We can't start crying already. I'm out the gate, man. I'm already sad, all right? It's oops, all spoilers, Natalie. We are upset, all right? Y'all, you encourage us to read Assassin's Blade next, and I'm so happy we did.
I wish we would have done it in the right order.
I'm so mad I soared right past Assassin's Blade, didn't give a shit, kept going. Now after reading it, I'm just like, why didn't I just do it?
So I didn't want to get spoiled, so every time there was
Thank you, Baked Alaska. Yes, I am Arabin. Thank you for knowing who I am.
Yeah.
Even though, again, I look like I work at a casino.
You have a little bit of a blackjack dealer, but like a really sexy.
Yeah, I'm not going to steal your money. Yeah.
Yep.
Is that what blackjack dealers do?
And Arabin.
He's very, very upsetting and very...
I hate him. I hate him.
Sorry I look so good.
I didn't
Sorry
know.
I look so good because you hate me. I tried. Bobby pins don't work. I said it. I keep putting these fucking bobby pins, trying to keep it out of my... And people go, you twist it. You got twisted. And I fucking twisted it.
You gotta tell me beforehand. I'll help.
I just feel silly because I twisted it.
You need to do it. Needs to go into your hair under the wig. You like stab it deep.
Oh, you gotta stab, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you gotta. Oh, because it's all synthetic hair. Is that why he doesn't like it? Oh! Oh! What is in my head?
Welcome to being a ballerina.
Cross him like an X. Thank you.
Cross him like an X works.
That's what Amber Alert said.
Yeah, cross him like an X for sure. Whenever we were like first reading this, I didn't want to get spoiled, and so I didn't listen to any of the order because I figured I was going to learn something I didn't want to learn. But now, can we just say clearly at the top of this, if you're going to read them, read Throne of Glass, Queen of Shadows, second one, Assassin's Blade,
Just
third.
read it as she put him out. Read him as she put him out.
But if you don't know...
I can't believe some people read the prequel first.
I don't think you should do that.
That's insanity. If you read the prequel first before reading Throne of Glass, before reading any of it, I gotta know how you felt about these characters, because that would freak me up, man. It freaked me up, man. Oh, what am I, the head of the Assassin Guild, and I don't even say the word fuck?
What the frick?
It would freak me out.
Listen, just because you kill doesn't mean you need to have a foul language come out of your mouth.
Thank you. You're right.
But then, the other thing I was going to say is I would have read what's it called?
Storm of Shadows?
Storm of Shadows and Tower of Dawn in tandem, had I been paying attention. I would have read those two in tandem. Because it's rough.
It makes me mad because if you look up Throne of Glass series order, it puts Assassin's Blade first, and that pisses me off. I know plot-wise
Somebody
is
call
first.
Google right now.
Beep bop boop, Mr. Google, make it bad. Stop.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I haven't even opened the champagne yet.
I haven't opened this. No, I'm stone cold sober. I was gonna, we were talking about leaving this to open on stream because both Natalie and I are scared of opening sparkling wine bottles.
It's the same with I hate when balloons pop.
I don't know how to, doesn't it? Someone was like, I can't believe this. Our friend Julia, I can't believe you get scared. I can't believe you get scared opening up a sparkling wine bottle. And then she popped a fucking sparkling wine bottle and it shot across the room and broke a glass. So I wonder why I get so scared. And maybe I shouldn't do it in the room with all the expensive furniture.
Oh yeah, there's so many things that will cost thousands of dollars.
You're supposed to... I genuinely haven't done this in years.
Oh God! I hate it.
Do you twist it?
Everyone block their eyes!
Twist it?
Block your eyes!
Do you twist it? Do you twist it? Ah! Oh, it's fine. Maybe it's old.
Okay.
You ready for some old wine? Yeah. I shook it up. I kept it out in the garage for you. Old wine. It's vintage. It's vintage is what it is.
Technically, that's supposed to be good, but I feel like that's not good.
Yeah, when you've got Prestige de France, which you know that this is. If I'm bringing it in, this is high quality.
Oh, Prestige de France.
Prestige de France, you're welcome.
Keep it on the bottom shelf so that you can curtsy to.
Thank you everyone in chat for being scared as well. I appreciate you. I was afeared. But not anymore. Now I'm afeared. I'm gonna get a little tipsy. We've got to, because there's a lot today.
I'm upset. I
Yes.
am really upset. I knew, okay, if you've read any of the books, you know how this is going to end. We already know how it's going to go at the end.
It didn't make it any easier.
No, actually.
Knowing what was
I feel
gonna
like
happen.
It made it worse.
Yeah, I just kept waiting for it. It's like, oh, is it going to happen now? Oh, is it going to happen now? And here's the thing. We already knew because we read past the book how it happened. And I still was upset.
I still feel like I learned things about Arabin in this book that I didn't know and that I didn't want to know because I hate him.
I hate Arabin. I hate me because I am me, and it's difficult for me.
Oh, Jack,
But
your wig is
my wig is looking so good. Oh, my punties showing. Oh, my head punties. There we go. Is that better?
Would that be called like hatties? Your hatties?
Yeah. Yeah, my hanties.
You're right.
Oh, it sounds like I put them on my hands and I go rubby rub, rubby rub. I don't. We're here talking about sad things. Not me just being like this as Arabin because I hate myself and it's difficult. And you should have a lot of feelings about yourself, Ansel.
Well, but you know what? She's left a bit of a mystique of a character at the end of this one.
Samby, don't forget this also introduces us to Lysandra in this one. And you're right, the very beginning of Lysandra, because again, we read the next book already, so we had already met Lysandra. But then you find out even more about her back. Just read it as third. Just learn from us.
Well, we're
Read
going
it
to
as
talk
third.
about it here too. So if you don't feel like reading it, you can just listen to us.
Yeah.
And you'll completely understand what happens based on our ramblings. Don't worry.
Amber Alert, she's not old bitch Andra, she's not.
What now?
Amber Alert called her old bitch Andra. And while I enjoy the name, I don't think she's a bitch.
What about her trauma?
What about her trauma?
We learned so much about her trauma in this book.
Also, I want to be a shapeshifter.
Well, duh.
Also, ready to be Falcon, ready to be We're not talking about Tower. I'm sorry, literally today I finished Tower of Dawn, so my brain is...
We cannot talk about that.
I know I'm not talking about the end of Tower of Dawn, but it's good! It's good! I enjoyed it. We're talking about Assassin's Blade. We're going to talk about that next month.
So let's start it because we're getting through the entire book tonight, and I'm a little bit scared.
Yeah, we got this.
So let's start it. We're going to cut over to my fine PowerPoint presentation.
Also, Shoeless, I'm excited to see Ansel again because I get sad every time Selena gets hurt by female friendship. Because y'all told us last time we were talking about like, oh, it's her first female friendship. It's her first female friendship. But
More like frenemy ship.
frenemyship, more like... Sorry, we can go to the beginning of the book.
Ansel, because Bitchandra works, but I don't. How do you change Ansel into Ansel? No,
I guess, but then no, because she's too
She
busy
kinda-
making.
okay,
She's out there making. All right, we'll talk about her.
So we're
Asshole, Shoeless says. Asshole.
asshole. There you go. Thanks, guys. Assassin's Blade. This is the OG cover. This is the more current cover. Again,
Board it up.
The original covers are
They board
like
it up.
a little bit jankier.
Yeah, but I don't know if I just like Stag in the Wood.
Stag in the Wood.
Right? I hate Stag in the Wood.
What I think about the newer covers is that they're very cohesive, so they all like blend together on a shelf.
Makes sense. But yes, you're right, Demon Lemurnick. No hidden blades, not down.
No hidden blades.
You wait till she gets her suit.
Oh, it's hidden blades, you say?
Oh, there are hidden blades.
So this is 5 short stories.
Sisters?
5 short stories. They're told a bit like
the second the
fables.
wine hits her mouth, man,
I
she just
know.
starts.
God. Fables and or fairy tales are short stories that can stand alone and typically have a moral or lesson at the end, often mixed with magical elements. And I think this kind of fits in that category. The stories all do connect, but they are like little pockets of adventures that are isolated, and they all could technically be read as like a fairy tale on each of them, I think, at least in the way I'm seeing them.
Yes, it is. Like, they are all full, solid stories, each of them, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of Pippi Longstocking vibes from Selena in general.
Oh, yeah.
And also me, because I have cartoonishly large
She-
freckles.
Walks on a roof with a horse?
She
Monkey friend. Oh,
She fights
Not talking about Jim
pirates.
Crazy.
She goes to an island. She fights pirates.
You're right.
She has a horse that she's, I think, stolen. She's got
Asterian horse, yes.
yeah. So there's like a bunch of different. That's what I'm feeling. Her. I'm getting Pippi Longstocking vibes.
Cat Daddy, same. I loved Rolf in this book. He's a hot Johnny Depp in my eyes.
Oh well, I also find him in my brain very attractive.
Very attractive, like upsettingly attractive. Honestly, it's kind of how I feel about Arabin. Like, I feel like Arabin, looking at the fan art of Arabin, I so am disgusted by him as a character that I forget he's really hot.
That's why he gets away with stuff, because he's handsome.
Right, guys?
You always look sexy as a mask character. I have zero
With my
riz.
dirty face.
I have zero riz as a mask character.
I keep thinking I'm going to get better at dusting on a beard, but I'm not.
I think it looks great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We all know I kind of look dirty, but I appreciate you going with it.
4 of these short stories. Okay, this is something that I cannot confirm nor deny because I keep getting mixed information. So somebody tell me if they know for certain.
I also could. Thank you. I was like, I kept looking up, like, what were they originally posted separately? Was it something she originally wanted as a part of the series? But also, the phrase "assassin's blade" means many things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I didn't even think about that.
So that was like what I kept running up against. I was like, God damn, like, not that. Yes, I understand the blade of an assassin has the history since fucking, I don't know, Cleopatra. Who gives a shit? I'm talking about SJM.
So you're mad about that blade. Which blade? Yeah. We don't know. We don't know which blade.
Don't know.
Okay, so what I could find, some of it suggested that 4 of these, other than The Assassin and the Healer, were first originally published as e-novellas.
Okay.
And they were published separately. I can't find an interview, and I'm sure it exists, so if anybody knows, let me know, whether or not these predated some of the books, like concepts. Like, did she reverse engineer these origin stories, or did the origin stories come first and then she wrote the books? This is not made clear in places that I looked.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that she didn't, like, she had some of it, but like, and again, only an assumption. But I feel like how she fleshed it out after having read the first 2, I feel that there were certain things she was kind of aware of but hadn't fully fleshed out, it didn't seem. You know what I mean?
Because we have a couple characters who don't show up again until towards the end of the series.
Right.
So were they there? Were they always there?
Were they always there?
We don't know.
We don't know.
She likes to keep a lot of things close to the cuff, which I appreciate about her. So The Assassin and the Healer was first published in print as far as what I could find, and it's connected to the KL book. Yes, there is a KL book if you have not read through the series. I have warmed up to it and him.
Now I like him.
I just
But
think
also
she got better at like making male characters.
Explaining him. I think she got better at like fleshing him out, and I also feel like last time when we were talking about the second book, I had said that I didn't like Selena Sardothian. I liked Aelin Galathinius, but I didn't like Selena Sardothian. But I think that this was very important. This book is way more important than I expected it to be to, I feel, enjoy her as a character and who she used to be.
Yes, and even though the character Selena is younger in these stories, Sarah was older when she wrote them, and so she has more behind her belt, under her belt, behind it.
Up in,
around the
yeah,
belt.
on top of the belt,
It makes
underneath the belt.
Makes her writing feel more rich, and so I like Selena more as the 16-year-old.
I hate to admit it. I don't like saying when I'm wrong, but I was wrong, all right? I enjoy Selena Sardathian. I understand it's her trauma. It's her trauma. We know it's her
much
trauma. And she's got a lot of things to learn and to grow from. And is that not what we want from a character in an 8-book series?
I hope she's growing a little bit in those thousands of pages.
Yeah, I mean, pussy's growing.
What?
I don't know. I don't know how the human body works.
I don't do. Oh, we need to have a talk.
How does it? But all of a sudden, my pussy just falls out of the bottom of my pants. I'm like, I'm too old to have it anymore.
Oh, no, you're not too old to have it.
It's not. It's still up there. Although I just was watching the episode of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives where they're all getting their labiaplasties. And
I can't
sometimes,
talk about
man,
Mormon wives right now.
sometimes you got to just shove those lips, man, somewhere else.
I am deep in Mormon world for my other show, and I can't handle
Very different Mormon conversations we have in our lives.
These stories are all capture experiences Selena had before she is in the Indovir salt mines at the beginning of Throne of Glass. So these are all prequels. Third person, it's mostly third person Selena, but there is also some third person POVs from some of the other characters, specifically one young lady who we meet later on. So we're getting to the assassin and the pirate lore.
Rolf! And no, that doesn't mean he's puking all over his ships. Although if that's how he got his name, it would make a lot of sense.
Not Ralph.
Yeah, but sometimes you go, Rolf! Rolf!
That's true. Sometimes I do say that when I say Selena Sardathian is called to a meeting in the Assassin's Keep by Arobin Hamala,
Yeah,
Right
I'm
here.
a bit of a badass.
king of the assassins of the North, we should say.
Yeah, please. Not the silent assassins.
Not the
I'm only
silent.
just, it's like my hot dog ambassadorship, you know? But he'd, Man Crush Monday. What's MCM?
Okay.
Man Crush Monday is calling me, and I can't answer because I'm too busy hating on a man right
What does
here.
that mean? I guess we shouldn't talk about
Man
it
Crush
on the
Monday.
stream.
That's what you've got on me, and maybe this was my phone telling me that you've got a crush on me. And Natalie, like, you could just let me know.
As Arobin or Jackie?
I don't know. You decide.
I don't know. Do I have to? Do I have to?
You can think about it.
Okay, great. The 5 assassins joined for this meeting are 5 of 7.
I can't believe it wasn't my mother. Usually it's always like, especially when I'm like recording a smut audiobook, I feel like my mom always knows when I'm in the middle of like the horniest, and then she calls and I'm just like, Rolf! I'm Rolfing.
Rolf!
We're Rolfing. Together we Rolf.
They find out that Ben, his second, was murdered.
Bum, bum, bum.
Wow, do I hate Arobin after this book? Because again, I don't think we know the full extent of his evil,
We just know there was a treachery.
but we see a scene with him in this book that's not a Selena POV, and it does not make me very happy.
No. Ew, also, can we just please with the whole like daddy boyfriend boss relationship that they have that he's really fucked her up with?
Well, I will say it is something that occurs pretty regularly in the world.
Assassinship?
For women. In the real world. I do think she is kind of pulling from maybe some personal experience with that, because this shit does happen all the time. I'm projecting, but growing up in the stunt community, that happened all the fucking time.
Oh, I'm sure.
They were like,
it did.
it's like fucking, like the most extreme is like the Kill Bill thing, where it's like the older teacher, but also the lover. Also, does she have a choice? Also, the power dynamics all fucked up. Also, he wants to kill her, but he also wants to have sex with her. It's like this. There's probably a psychological name for it. I don't know what it is though, but.
fucked up, I'm pretty sure is what it's
pretty
called.
fucked up,
And I
but
think it's just being
they
fucked
call
up.
it daddy issues. It's daughter issues. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's interesting how it is always it's the person with the daddy issues that is at fault. Don't even get me started, bitch Andra. What happened to fucking bitch Andra? And we're not even there yet. We're not even fucking there yet. Buys her. We're not even there yet. That part, Arabin, you bad news.
You look in the mirror and you said, "You're bad."
I don't like me today, and that's why I've got this wig now. For any day I'm waking up with a bad brain, I go, it's not that you don't like you just don't like Arabin.
Sounds like you're writing lyrics to a Scene Kid song. I don't like me today. I look in the mirror.
I guess this is growing up. I do say that to myself often.
Is this growing up? It seems like we're growing down.
What are you talking about? Look at what.
I think we're dematuring.
We are. I feel that like people are scared of how like, oh man, put together we are.
Oh yeah, they're
over
intimidated.
Here. I think intimidation. That's what it is.
Yeah, you guys want to keep shifting around because I can't sit still. Yeah, you want my close up to be a challenge at all times. I'm sorry, I can't sit still ever.
Well, she's Ansel. It's not her fault. It's the character's fault. It's because she's so into character. And you better watch out, Natalie. Even though I don't know Ansel, I don't know what I'll do to her.
They don't ever meet.
No.
Nope. I know.
Not that we know of.
Well, but we know.
I feel like now we'd know.
Oh, you mean like if it's outside of the story?
Yeah, outside of the
Maybe they
story.
met before. You're right. So these are characters that appear in the main series and are a main part of Selena's backstory. So in the beginning, this first book, we hear all about this backstory of hers in the actual series because Arabin is this like huge force in her life.
Yes.
Essentially forced kid saved her / kidnapped her / is training her / is in love with her. It's really fucked up.
So much for one person.
Yeah, so 2 months after this announcement, Selena and Sam are sent on a secret mission to Skull's Bay, which is a pirate territory, to meet with Captain Rolf.
Rolf!
Pirates. So this is...
I also love that they always go like right to the top. It's not like this 16-year-old is being sent in to like talk to like I do like that they always go right to the top.
Yeah. And then we have Captain Rolf, wah wah wee wah.
Wah wah wee wah. He's bad to the bone, but man, anybody that had a tattoo like that, I would definitely bang just to get a closer look.
Sometimes I like some guy liner.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, of course, always guy liner. Please give me.
Hear that, babe? You watching? Baby.
Ew!
We find out here that Selena never takes her mask off so no one can ever identify her. So when she's out on the the town, she's always covering her face up,
Always
which
covered.
seems like it would be really annoying.
It's a lot. But she doesn't want anyone to know who she is.
And so Captain Rolf has a mythic map of the world's oceans, a map that changes to show storms against his hands. On the palms? I thought it was the top. Is it the palms? Is it the palms?
On his palms and fingers.
This way. Okay. So he goes like,
Storms afoot.
Yes.
Man, that would be so cool. You know I love the weather.
I know, that would be like your favorite magic.
I want a weather tattoo. And yeah, I guess I could get it as an app on my phone. But that sucks.
Yeah, that's boring. Boros
I want, people to want to bang me because they know that they can know the weather. And you can't find out the weather any other way unless you bang me.
Oh, you hold it hostage.
Yeah, I'm gatekeeping the weather. I'd like to gatekeep the weather is what I'm saying.
But then if you... I'm having horrible...
Let me be all powerful. Natalie!
No, it's a bad thing I was going to say.
Oh, well now
I was going to say you could give somebody a hand rub with a tornado. Like, you know, like you're like, oh, there's a hurricane on my hand.
Yeah, strong winds. I mean, I feel like that would be akin to like using your vibrate for your master pushers. Your master bitches.
Sure. Exactly like it. Captain Rolf does not enjoy Selena's sass. Sam and Selena find out that the assassins in the guild were killed by pirates. Rolf claims the deaths were not his fault. Turns out Sam and Selena were actually sent there to see out a slave trade agreement between Hamel and Hamel.
Yeah. Arabin Hamel
and Rolf. This pisses off the gruesome twosome. Arabin wants Selena and Sam to see the slaves' safe passage back to Rifthold. They're to stay in Skull's Bay for 3 days. So they all kind of got like... Selena and Sam are sort of like being... they got surprised by this mission. And they're not like super stoked on it, but they can't show Rolf that Arabin didn't trust them enough.
No.
Chapter 3, Sam and Selena both have no idea about the slaves, and they are upset. They know if that Ben were alive, he wouldn't stand for it because Ben was the best of them.
Ben was the best of them.
and he died.
But we don't care about him,
Murdered?
Natalie. We can't waste our emotions on a character we don't even know what he looks like.
I mean, I
Dead.
care because he hugged Selena and she didn't feel creeped out by it.
Dead.
It's nice. It's nice.
She's also not feeling creeped out enough by Arabin, but
It's because he's handsome, unfortunately. But he's still a creep.
her
Handsome
jerk
people
meter's
can
off.
be creeps.
I know, man.
So Selena wants to talk to Rolf alone. She asks if she can examine the slaves herself because she's got a little plan up ahead in her mind because she's like, I don't like this
Doesn't
idea.
she always?
She always got
Got a
thoughts.
plan.
So many thoughts in that little teenage head of hers.
If there is one thing I know I definitely don't do, it's think multiple steps ahead. And I am really getting to know this about myself while reading Throne of Glass
Isn't it
because
nice to know that. And accept
yeah,
it?
it's for the best that like I'm not like a fire hard. Like it's really for the best that I'm just like I eat pud. You know that it's for it's imagine having that many plans in your head going all the time.
I do, but they don't ever get. There's so many. It doesn't work. Like doesn't help. Doesn't
You
do
should
anything.
see the amount of post-it notes I have with just random ideas.
I mean, same. I have a lot of thoughts about the future. They're not helpful thoughts.
No.
They're chaotic.
Yeah.
But I do think about stuff.
I'll think about
I think about stuff. Sam and Selena are not flirting. They're not flirting.
They're not flirting.
Selena is all cagey
She's
about her plan.
frustrated by him.
Oh,
But
you're so annoying, Sam.
I'm completely fine with
So
this. So
annoying.
annoying though, because like this at this age, you are like that. Like I feel, especially with her and what she's been through, you would be way more like,
Yeah, you'd be like,
don't
"Oh,
like you. I don't like you.
Stop it.
Oh.
Yeah. That's technically healthy for a teenager, I think.
Yeah.
Surprise, Selena and Sam do not like how the slaves are treated because they are...
What are they, slaves?
What are they, some kind of protagonists here? We find out that Sam's mother was sold to a brothel, so she was a night woman?
Night
Like a
woman.
fancy one.
Yeah. Like one of the best ones.
One of the best ones, but then she was killed by a client. I mean, that's pretty much all we learn about her.
Yep.
So Selena says, look, Sam, I am getting these slaves out of here. I am not going to take them back. We are not doing this.
You with me, bitch?
And they kind of wonder if Arabin is a piece of shit. And they're like, nah, there's no way he's a piece of shit. He definitely didn't kill Ben, right? No way. I know he has been kind of torture training me since I was 8.
Bad to the bone.
Yeah, so they're just like, nah, not Arabin. I'm like, girl,
Wait a second.
look at this snake face. He's up to no good.
I know it's like, I know it looks just like me. What is that me?
You need more buttons undone.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I need. That's what's gonna make this.
Well, I mean, I will say it being buttoned up to the collar does.
Is that not
makes
what
it-
you're supposed? I feel like that. I thought that's what like a man. Oh no, yeah. You want to see my jogging bra? You want to say yeah? You want to see my jogging bra under
I think
there?
the buttoned up is what makes it look like a blackjack dealer. Actually, that makes it look more like
Actually, yeah. I
Arabin.
guess it does make it a little bit more. Although now I look like Tony Soprano,
No, you don't.
right?
You don't look like Tony Soprano.
Put me in therapy. Although, he could use it.
You don't look like Tony Soprano, in any way, shape, or form. Oh, there he is. Oh my God. It's like Jackie disappeared into the character.
Oh, anally.
Have you ever watched it?
Oh, I love The Sopranos. I've seen The Sopranos many times. I'm
Because that seems like an impression I would do because I've never seen it. I feel like
I just can't I can't be James Gandolfini, R.I.P. You know, but also watch Wise Guys, David Chase and The Sopranos. Just saying, it's a great doc on The Sopranos.
Okay.
If you're wondering. Oh no. There
Oh, is that Jackie? Oh, that's not Jackie. I'm sorry. That was Tony Soprano.
you get a moderate cut in my lasagna. I know.
looks like
The words of my people.
Gas? What's happening?
I just shit all over the floor. Oh no! Arabin made duty on the floor.
I do think Tony Soprano would shit all over the floor, so you're in character.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, if I were the king of the assassins, if I was the head of some sort of mob, I'd be shitting everywhere. You'd have to try and chase after me with a diaper and a bucket. You definitely need the bucket.
It's interesting. Okay.
I eat a lot of flax.
What you would do with that power is to never sit on a toilet.
Forever shit. Yeah, I'll sing that to myself.
Oh, like a rabbit where it's just coming out slowly all the time.
Like pellets.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. That's what you'd want.
Thank you.
So
But also, thank you, Shoeless. Honestly, I do think Arabin would wear leopard print undies, and you're right.
oh yeah.
Little banana hammocks.
Oh yeah, definitely some very like what are the men's briefs.
Yeah, the tiny ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Selena starts to get like intel. She goes and talks to the slaves and she's like, hey, I'm the protagonist and I'm not cool with slavery. Let me try to figure this out. Wink. And she's like asking them questions, but she's like, oh, I wanted to inspect them. But really she's just trying to like get a gauge of everything. And they realize like, okay, her and Sam are like, all right, if we're going to do this, we have to take out like the whole watchtower. There's this big chain that comes up. There's I guess the chain pulls and then it blocks you leaving.
It like gets pulled up and then they cannot. I had to read it multiple. I was like, okay, so the ships are there and then they pull up this big chain that like stops them from leaving.
Like it's horizontal to the water, right? That's what I
Yes,
see.
and I think
Okay.
that it comes up so that it would like rip through the boat.
Like you can't leave.
Yeah, so I think that that's what is happening here. So they need that rope to be dealt with while also taking over the ships.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So yeah.
Also, we are 40 minutes deep and still in the first.
Oh, we're going. Look at me go. It's time to shine. So they make this big plan. Sam and Selena go overtake the boat. So they go ahead and they go like bop, bop, and they bop, bip, bop all the sailors and stuff on the boats. And then they go, hey, slaves, you're going to get out of here. Don't worry about it. We got a plan. But you just say, wait for our cue, and then you just start rowing.
And then you just go. And I feel like if I were all the slaves, I'd be like, can we have a little bit more of a plan? But I guess there's only so much you can do when you got to go.
I think if you're in those kind of straits, those dire straits, you go like, I'll do whatever
All right.
the fuck you
Ready
ask
to
me
fucking
do.
go, man. Okay, I heard Puppy says it's a bottlenecked bay with a controlled gate was my take. Yeah, that makes sense. Like in
Yeah.
St. Augustine.
Like St. Augustine. Oh, actually, we should look at where Skulls Bay is on the map.
To the pirates! Take me to the pirates, Natalie. Don't
All right,
scam it,
it disappeared from
Natalie.
this map, but it would be. Wait, where are we? Oh wait, yeah, be on this
You're
side.
not being a great weather bitch right now.
I'm not a weather bitch.
Where are the pressure fronts coming
It would be
from,
right
Natalie?
here. It's a chunk of islands that are right here.
Okay.
In this area. So that's where she is, even though Selena generally is up in Rifthold, somewhere around here.
Very far.
Can you down?
Up. Because Terracin is up.
No, but she's on Terracin. She's in Rifthold.
Well, Otterlin is right where your hand is.
Where's
so I'm
Rifthold?
assuming.
Is right where your hand is right
There you go, right there.
Right there?
Right there.
That's where the Assassin's Keep is. But now she's been sent down with Sam to this collection of little tiny islands down here. Down here.
We gotta save some slaves!
Clink, clink, clink.
We've
clink.
got to save some slaves.
So they have this plan. They go chapter 8. They're like, okay,
God, Amber Alert.
we are going to try to make ourselves blend in with the crowd. Do I need to upload the thing again?
Yeah, you might want to replug it. I'm not sure when it, but...
Fuck me up, Florida!
know
I don't know
what
if that's
to
what you're
do
talking about,
when-
Amber Alert, but maybe it is. It's a hell of a drug, isn't it?
What?
Florida, don't worry, we're talking Tay. You don't need to know what we're talking about over here while you're... We talk about Tay when you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention.
Okay, it's plugged in again. Okay. So chapter 8, Sam and Selena like kind of blend in with this big bar, and they're like, open a tab for everyone. And all the pirates are getting super shit-faced. And they're there with Rolf. And Rolf is also getting drunk. And they're all like, like
Just us having a time.
And they're like, you know what? You're not too bad to each other. But Sam and Selena are just pretending to be drunk. They're not actually drinking. They're like, he's got a like hole in his bucket.
Dear Liza, dear Liza.
Yeah. So they're like they're playing cards. Everybody's like having a good time, but they're trying to be seen. So people like, they have an alibi.
They're definitely there.
So this is romantasy. So we would be remiss not to talk about the unrequited love, or is it unrequited? Sam slips his arm around Selena's waist as they act drunk for business purposes. Selena wonders if it's just for appearances, and also she might like it.
But does she? But no. But
I
does
love
she?
Sam. I love Sam.
I know.
No.
I know. He's a babe. He's just a baby. He's just a baby. And I think that's why I don't even want to kiss Sam. I'm just so sad.
Yeah, I'm not like, because he's a kid, like, I don't feel like lust towards him. I just love him.
He makes me think of my own first unrequited love. I think that's where, like, Sam lives in my brain of lust. Right? Oh my God, Lucky Mickey's, my heart just broke again. I know, we're not even there yet.
Okay, so they start a big brawl in the bar to start chaos happening, and then they slip away. But who finds them and slip away? Rolf knew she was up to something because he was also pretending to be drunk that whole time. He knew what he was doing because he's a pirate and he's the king of pirates. And so he knows a thing or two about espionage. Mm-hmm. And then she distracts him by showing him her beauty and
look at how hot I am. Wait a second, Rolf. I'm hot.
That's also what I do. And I go, but have you seen this? Have you seen
she's done this to me before, and I go,
have you seen this though?
I was like, your face? You mean your creepy clown face? Is that what's supposed to go? Oh, the prettiest of the land.
Anytime anybody's upset with me, I do that, and then they go, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're so sorry. I'm so beautiful. You're right, though. You're right, Amber Alert. It's a trap. She's 16.
He says that her freeing 200 slaves means nothing in the grand scheme, which is like, yeah, but that's stupid. So she beats him unconscious, of course, because she is very strong
also,
and tough.
You're right,
somehow.
Lucky Mickey Ears, the first of a series of Selena underestimating her enemy. It is, I think it's also really good to paint her where she is underestimated.
She is a child.
Because she should underestimate, because she's 16.
I feel like she shouldn't have the skills to destroy all these people.
No, I kind of like that she fucks up in this, and it makes me again like her more, just because it's like you would fuck up at this age.
It makes the character like vaguely more realistic too, I think. But
you are, and Cat Daddy, you're right. It's pretty intense for a high school romance, though. They're basically forced to be grown-ups, and I think that's also where it's like they were never allowed to be kids. That's not going to be a normal 17-year-old romance
same
between
with
the two
Farrah
of them.
too. Her young characters are very grown up.
Gone through a bunch of shit already. Went through a lot more shit than I did at that age.
I went through a lot of shit, but it was like self-imposed. It was real dumb. Didn't get any like skills out of it.
No, never became like a famed assassin or anything. Although, what if I was in the shadows?
Yeah, you might be. I don't know.
Slice. I'm gonna slice.
Maybe you secretly are. All right, so we got catapults, we got pirates, slaves are getting released, there's big old fight, there's stuff flying everywhere. They like shatter the watchtower and they get the chain goes away.
Yeah, chain goes away. They get the ships.
But they need to go to both sides of the watchtower, so they have to separate. And then after the thing goes down, the watchtower collapses. She's like, "Where's Sam? Oh fuck, I don't know where Sam is."
Again, these little novellas really did just went boom, 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 boom. Of just like, oh, okay, now they're doing it. Oh, great. Okay, wow. Okay.
And so we go. She's about to go find Sam, but Rolf finds her first. They fight. She gets the upper hand. She then goes like, I'm 12 steps ahead of you. I already made this contract and you got to sign. And so basically the contract says that he won't allow slave trade through his islands. And also he won't he also says slaves are supposed to be able to go there for safe haven forever. And he gives her
It's
a
a
boat.
very nice, it's a very nice contract where she's like, and then you're going to smile every second of every day for the rest of your life.
And you're going to give your horses one little kiss every morning.
You know what? No, 2 kisses. 2 kisses every morning. And I do feel the contract was a little bit of that where I'm like, do you really think that never a slave is ever going to go through the river again?
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's a
they're
beautiful,
pirates.
it's a beautiful thing to think.
Sure. And so, yes, then we go sign all these contracts. Rolf says no. But don't worry, Selena forges a signature, which seems to be illegal. But I guess she did a lot of illegal things already.
Yeah,
And-
she kills a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he also does. I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm even saying illegal for. And stole his seal ring to do it no matter what. He ends up signing, but also gives Selena a ship because she's like, can I have a ship too? Oops, oopsie. And he says, fine. And then Rolf says, if you ever come back here, I will kill you.
And we know that.
And then Sam and Selena find each other, and what started as definitely contentious as a relationship is starting to soften into one of friendship and maybe
It's just friendship, Natalie, just friendship.
something else.
I don't.
She flings her arms around him, and after a second of hesitation, he hugs her back. Selena thinks about how she's not been held often, but with Sam, it feels different than any other hug from parental figures like Ben, R.I.P.
R.I.P. But also, Shoeless, you are also right. I still can't imagine a forever with the first person you have a relationship with. I know it can happen, but I think one of the reasons I love Akatar was that it was so surprising when Feyre really got to know Rhys. Shoeless did say, I guess it's also hard to invest in Sam when I went in knowing he wasn't long for the throne of the world.
Of course.
You're so right.
I just love the way that she wrote Sam, and like I think it's because you watch Selena sort of grow up into that character with him, and like all of the pain she's gone through. She has this like really like stalwart, sturdy person around, and then she doesn't anymore.
Yeah, and it really fucks with her. But it did make me, again, like Selena more, so I knew why it was. And I think that's why I fell so hard so quickly for their relationship. And again, putting myself in that position of being 16 and how much I loved my crush. Would have
my
done
God.
anything.
It's still
for
I
him.
carved it into the fake wood of my closet in my parents' house, and it's still there.
It's still there?
I carved it into the wood.
Have you carved in your husband's name?
I'm not. We pay for our mortgage. I'm not.
I haven't seen it carved into wood, Natalie.
I gotta go somewhere. I guess we could. We own the house, so we should.
I think you can carve whatever the fuck you want.
It's true.
I need to see it, or else I'm gonna tell Henry you don't love him enough. I'm gonna say, well, she was doing it with other men.
No, he didn't like me back.
Oh, I thought you meant for your husband for a second. I was like, I'm pretty sure he likes you back, Natalie.
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure he's a little into you. All right, Lauren V. Shark. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but I saw. Wait, I don't want to say it in case.
Oh yeah, no, don't. Okay. The adventure is referenced in the main episode. The adventure is referenced in the main series several times, so we know of Rolf and we know of this instance from other books.
That
Is it
makes
love?
sense.
What they're feeling.
I don't think that this ruins anything because I really like what Lauren V. Shark said, and it's like it is from a fan art, but I do like that Sam was Selena's mate, and maybe Rowan is Aylin's mate.
So she gets two.
You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, like that's two huge
chose-
shifts of who she
If she
is.
chose to say Selena, that would have
Yeah.
been maybe.
Interesting. I like that, Lauren V. Shark, and that's a fun theory.
The assassin and the healer.
All right, to the healer.
This character and story is connected to the book Tower of Dawn and beyond past that book. Chapter 1, after receiving quite the beating.
Although I will say reading Tower of Dawn while also reading Assassin's Blade was pretty great for this. And I was like, oh.
I wish
and I
that
did a lot of that.
I wish that I had read this before I started Tower of Dawn, but now I'm reading them in tandem.
Let me read.
Selena is sent on a job by Arabin Hamal as punishment for her behavior in Skulls Bay. Shouldn't have freed all those slaves, bad assassin.
I'm mad at it. Daddy, boyfriend, lover, boss is upset.
Yes. She finds herself at a stopping point in the dingy port town called Inish, waiting for a boat to take her to Europe. Okay, I got to go back to the map.
Take us to the map.
Clang, 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 clang. Okay.
Oh, that's your armor?
Yeah. So this is where the Skulls Bay was, and now she went to this section. This is a different bay. So she's starting off here.
Which bay's that bay, Natalie? Oh, yeah, Bay of Pigs. I think that was a different one. Oh.
What? No, wait. That's where she is right now, right?
No, I was making a Bay of Pigs joke. Everyone loves a Bay of Pigs joke. Everyone's always thinks it's hilarious when you say Bay of Pigs.
Then over here.
Whoa, weird.
Over on this side is where she's trying to get over here, but she needs to wait over here. And this is where she has to cross the bay.
She needs a boat. She's waiting for a boat.
We're meeting her when she got in big trouble for what she did over here.
Big trouble in Big Bay.
And so now she's being punished by heading in this direction, which we'll get to eventually. All right, there we go.
But she's got to wait in Inish first. We're waiting on a boat, daddy, waiting on a boat, I need a boat, daddy.
So she's been waiting at this inn, and she's hidden behind the mask for days, and she spends this time in this really gross inn in Inish while fighting out her feelings via bar brawl. So she
wants to get into fights,
we
y'all.
get into a little bit of her memories of what happened after the pirate fiasco, because if you'll recall, that was Arabin's deal. He was going to be like making a bunch of money from getting these slaves and like using the slaves or whatever.
Yeah, it seemed like this was like a big start to a bunch of like slave time for him.
It was the start of that.
You know what I mean? And I feel like especially with the continued slave conversations that happened throughout this book, it seemed like, can you imagine Arabin how pissed? I mean, we know how pissed he was because he fucking beats Selena almost to death. Yeah. So, you know, he's pretty upset. But like the more we find out about like the road and everything with the slaves, it's like, I wonder how much more he was planning on doing with the slaves.
Seems like a lot.
Seemed like a lot.
And she's not down for that. So when she got back...
Not down with the slaveness, y'all.
When she got back to Rifthold, Arabin was obviously super pissed.
Yes.
And so we're returning to her as she is going towards her punishment for what she did with the pirates. And she's fighting all over the streets of Inish because she's mad.
Gotta punish her, you know, that's what happens.
So she's making the journey. She has to go. She's forced to go through the Red Desert to train with the mute master of the Silent Assassins for a month.
Different head of the assassins of a different portion of the map.
Yes, different southern-ish.
Yes.
And we have a new POV with this young lady whose name is Irene Tower.
Irene.
Oh, it's pronounced Irene?
It's just Irene, yeah.
Oh, God. It's another one I've been
It's not
saying
an
in my
Irene,
head differently.
Irene.
I was calling her Irene.
Ah.
It's Irene?
Just Irene, yeah.
I don't like that. Anyway, 18 and desperate. Started working.
Like they should have just added a bunch of like I's and like O's and U's in there, and just like, oh, just Irene, but it's just a really, really long name.
Oh, that's like the tragedy. Never mind. If you're not on Reddit chronically, you don't know what I'm talking about. So she started working as a server at the White Pig Inn, which is a choice of a name for an inn. About a year earlier. And so we're with her POV, and she's basically waxing about how she is kind of bummed she's found herself in this life. It's not what she was hoping for. It was kind of a desperate...
Why? It's awesome. You're always scared you're going to get attacked. I mean, you have to work all the time by yourself while you get grabbed.
Her own broom closet?
Yeah, she gets a broom closet. She was always dirty. Like, what is she not loving about this? What, is she a healer or something?
So she used to be, but the magic all disappeared, right? So that's a big part of the main stories too. Of course, in Throne of Glass, there's no magic to be allowed, and nobody can have magic, and they don't know why. So she lost her magic too, and some really bad shit happened when she was growing up. But she used to be a healer like her mother. She notices Selena and notices the way the patrons around her are these drunk, like, guys coming through town. They're
Wait, is that Irene? wasn't even looking at the picture. I haven't looked at a picture of Irene yet.
You mean Irene?
Irene? It just sounds like you're saying the name backwards. Irene?
Irene?
Wow, that's not what I expected. That's not what she looked like in my brain. She's a lot hotter than I expected her to be.
Oh, nice.
I just wasn't thinking that at all. Wow. Man, it's really fun when you look at the fan art sometimes. You're just like, that's just not what I expected.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what
hot.
Yeah, she's great. She's
a child, but she's hot.
She's one of those, like, she's had to live a hard life up to her 18 years.
Yeah.
So she's been watching all of the patrons, like, eyeballing.
Shoeless is with you, by the way. Shoeless also says Irene, so you're not alone.
Thank you, Shoeless. Thank you for validating me and my feelings. So she, because basically Selena, as the hidden assassin in this scene, they don't know who she is, but they can tell she's rich. She's got a brooch on that's like fancy. She's got like fancy clothes. And so all the patrons around her are just like, I'm going to take what I want from that one. And Irene is watching this happen. So Selena, then we cut back to her. She doesn't know if Sam's alive or dead, and she is very upset. Irene ran out of money and got trapped in the Inish while on her way to Antica, where magic still existed. She wants to train at the Torricisme. That's not how I was saying that in my head.
It's all right. I only listen to the audiobook, so I'm not here being like, I know. I'm just saying what the audiobooks say.
Please tell me.
Torricisme.
Which is something that will come up later on in the series. But she wanted to go towards this area where healers can train. But unfortunately, she got stuck at the White Pig Inn.
Just pigging about the town.
So, because she ran out of money, essentially. So, she's cleaning up the White Pig Inn at the end of the night. She's about to be attacked by strangers when Selena steps in to help her.
Ooh, who's Mads Schofield? Do you look up Mads Schofield's fan art?
Oh yeah, no, I've put her up a bunch. She's great. I'm actually going to be. I put a trigger warning on before a thing I'm going to post of hers on this slideshow because it is so.
Why am I going to cry?
It's horrible and sad.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
Yeah. So be careful looking her up, by the way, if you Google Irene's character.
It's literally true. Listen, I spoiled myself for all the Throne of Glass character looks following Mads Schofield's art series. So I imagine also things also got spoiled for you in other ways. That's why I'm so scared of fan art. I'm so scared of looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
I only look it up if I know, like, I look up Arabin Hamel to see what the fan art says he looks like before I get a costume.
Sure. And
but I get so scared. I want to put on horse blinders.
Also, if you just try to search Irene Throne of Glass, her character in the plot line gets spoiled for you immediately. So maybe don't if you haven't finished the books.
Okay.
So chapters 3, 4, and 5, Selena saves Irene, and Irene offers to heal her.
Oh, Shoeless, I've seen it all. You two cannot spoil me because the art already did. I know that you didn't say it like that, but I feel very sad for you, and I wish that it hadn't happened to you. Unless you are okay. I feel like some people are fine with spoilers, though. Some people are completely dig a spoiler and don't mind, and
Really?
it feels like it takes some of their anxiety away. And I'm not that person. I don't want to know, and I like to live in my blindership.
In your blindership. So basically Irene goes behind the fucking inn, and she leaves food out for orphans because we got to know she's good.
She's good, guys. She's a healer, all right?
Guys earlier in the night were like trying to hit on her and like try to like get her to like bone them or whatever, and she's like, I'm working. And then they got mad that they rejected her, or she rejected them. And so when she goes out to the alleyway, they're like, hey, come here, you gotta give me what I want.
Natalie, you're scaring everyone in here.
And Irene goes like, no. Oh. And then Selena goes, I don't think so. Yeah. I'm 16.
Slice.
Slash.
I'm gonna get you in the alleyway. And I imagine she would say it like that.
Yeah. And then, so she's like going on about, they're like basically go back and forth after she like kills all these guys. One of them gets away, and they have this like bonding moment where they like learn a little bit about each other. And Irene convinces Selena to go back to her closet her broom closet that she lives in. Very Harry Potter-esque under the stairs.
Hell yeah, Ash's Joy Rum. I've never even heard of these books, but I'm far too addicted to the LPN family as my background noise that I must tune in. We appreciate you for joining us.
Well, you don't even need to read now because you're going to understand these entire
all of
stories.
it. You're all like Tori Chesme, yeah, Arabin Hamill, yeah, I know these books. And that's all you need.
I know these books. But
I'm happy you're hanging out with us. And thanks for hanging out with us.
Here. Selena decides to teach her how to defend herself. And they start sort of like bonding through that. So they have this. Selena's being very off-putting, like she's kind of standoffish with her, and because she's super mad and she's in a bad mood. She doesn't want to be doing.
She's looking for a fight. She's got the shit beaten out of her. She doesn't know where Sam is. She's upset. She's got to go on this fucking trip. She's just pissed. So she's looking to beat the shit out of somebody.
But she's also mad at Irene. She doesn't want to like give her the time of day. But then she like something about her.
I feel like she also doesn't have any patience for any. It's like I dare say specifically women
she
that
didn't have
can't
any
take care of
lady
themselves.
friends before.
Yeah, I think she has no patience for it. And this, I think it also starts more as an irritation than it does actually wanting to save her.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then something sparks Selena's interest with Irene, and then she's like, I'll teach you how to do some of this stuff. And she basically describes self-defense classes where you just like gouge the eyes, hit the bridge of the foot, do all this stuff. You know?
Oh, yeah. A lot of up. You hit the nose up and into their brain.
It's true. So,
Well, you don't want to kill, but
I mean, if somebody's grabbing on you, you got to do what you got to do. So, right after this all happens, the guy who got away brings a bunch of friends, and he's like, now we're going to get ya. We're going to get you this time. And then Selena's like, okay, bitch. And she goes and she starts fighting them. And then one of them grabs Irene, and Selena's like, fight him. And she's like, no, I can't. She's like, you have to, because I'm not going to save you from this guy who's got a knife against your throat. And Irene's like, I don't want to do it. She's like, yes, you do. I just taught you. And then she's like, oh, okay. And then she like does the yeah. She saves herself.
good for you, bitch.
When Irene goes to wash herself up after the attack, she finds a pouch on her bed with a note pinned to it. Because they just killed like a bunch of men. They all had a bunch of money on them. And Selena like swooped it up. And also Selena has money too, right?
Yeah, and she's got that brooch. And I know it's brooch, but I hate. Can I just say it? Hot take. I hate that it's spelled brooch. And it makes me want to say fucking brooch. And it's not brooch. It's a brooch. Right? Brooch? Do you have a at the end? I'm gonna go and say it. Never had one before. I don't know how to say the word brooch. Brooch.
But also not SJM's fault.
No.
That's just like a
No, that's just me yelling.
A word.
Yeah, no, that's just me yelling.
Got it.
Yeah.
No, I get that. That doesn't look like it says brooch. You're right, Jackie. I validate you. So then she leaves a note on Irene's bed. It says, for wherever you need to go and then some, the world needs more healers. And inside of it is a bunch of gold, and she leaves her big old ruby brooch. And her brooch. And she says, so then Irene goes like, all right, I'm out. Bye.
Peace, you
Like
folks.
again, finally.
Get out that pig. Irene. Irene.
Whoa. It does sound like you're saying it backwards.
Irene.
So the assassin in the desert.
Shoeless, you got our back. Thank you, Shoeless.
Selena?
It's Ye Reed and Brooch to me, and I like it.
Selena continues on her journey to the Red Desert to train with the silent assassin.
All right, we're on the third story. Also, all right, we're in the third story out of 5. You're killing it, Natalie. And also soon, if you guys have anything to say towards us about Assassin's Blade, if you've got things that you want to scream about in the future, hopefully not too far into the future, past Tower of Dawn, or maybe not all the way to the end of Tower of Dawn, we would appreciate that. But you should call in if you'd like and talk to us. We've got the link right there on the screen, bit.ly/LPN hotline. It'll have a little thing that pops up. You can just do it on your computer. You can do it on your phone and allow you to just pop in. So hit us up if you want to scream about the word brooch the way I scream about it.
Thank you for the sub tonight, Bun in the Coven.
Thanks for the sub, Bun.
Thank you. Yeah, so we'll be taking calls a little bit later. But
Oh my God, Cat Daddy, the hot mute dude in the desert, Ilias.
Oh, yeah.
I also had like hard fast crush. Mute boy in the desert? Yeah.
Never seen.
Never have to listen to him? Yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah, no yapping.
I like to kill in the desert. My daddy don't talk to me. And it's like, yeah, he chose not to talk to you, and that's a therapy call.
It is. Selena continues on her journey. So she basically she kills a bunch of guys at the White Pig Inn. She gets on the boat. She crosses the bay to the other side. She has to then go across the Red Desert because she's got to go find these silent assassins. Because she.
How do you find him? Because you're going, where are you? And you don't hear anything back.
You're like, because they're silent.
Assassins! Come out of the desert, assassins!
Nope, she's got to go right to them.
He's got to go find him.
So she was again sent as punishment by Arabin to learn obedience and discipline. I think it was just because he's a dick. But
Yeah.
after a grueling journey, she makes it to the fortress of the silent assassins. She meets the white-robed mute master, who seems to be about 50 years old.
I'm also assuming he sent her thinking she wasn't going to be able to do it. Or do you think that he sent her to just get her out? Like, have you thought about that? As I was saying, I was like, I haven't really thought about this yet. Do you think that he thought she was actually going to get the letter from the mute assassin?
I think that he did think she could do it, but I think that he more did it to torture her because when you break them down, they won't leave you.
Right? Because also, yeah, so
is what happens
only
with
watches
toxic relationships.
says, yeah, that doesn't sound like a punishment. Lucky Mickey Ears says 100% he thought she would fail. I think it's such an interesting.
I disagree.
I think it's but it's a fun portion of it to discuss. If you think about Arabin Hamel, what is he doing right now? Because we know what ends up happening in this book. So is he at this point trying to get her away just so that he can figure out his backstabbery?
I think he's trying to break her.
Just trying to so you thought that he sent her to break her, but he did think that she could do it.
Yes, I think he was you break I think they call it breaking a horse, which sounds horrifying, but I think that he is obsessed with her and he sent her because he was pretty sure she would make it, but also that it would beat her down so much that she would never wanna
break
leave
her,
him.
that she would be so loyal then to him. I just think it's an interesting point because I like that people have other ideas in chat too, because we won't know. We'll never know what was going on in Arabin Hamel's head.
Oh God, we'll never know.
And Cat Daddy does say, well, let's not forget he's back at home just torturing Sam. He's doing all that shit but I'm assuming too he's having the talks with Farron and figuring out all that shit because he kind of just was get out of here for a while.
I mean, I can see that
I do
too,
think he
but-
was trying to break her.
Yeah,
I think he was trying to break her.
I think he is obsessed with her. And
Lucky Mickey Ears says, I feel like he wanted to give her an impossible task.
see, I'm on the other side of it.
I like it. I like that.
Yeah.
And because I think both sides are valid in different ways because it depends on how much he believed in her. And I feel like he believes in her a lot.
I feel like he's afraid of her, which is why he's trying to break her.
Break her like a horse.
That's what I
Interesting.
think.
Thanks, guys. Just want to talk about it.
So she was told by Arabin to introduce herself and to beseech him to train her when she got there. He looks her over, and you can't tell if he's a good or a bad at the top. You know?
No, because it's all kind of scary.
He does take her hand. I hate this thing where the guy grabs the chin and pulls it up, and I'm immediately But then he looks at her.
It's different if you're looking at her like she's a soldier rather than, you know what I mean? I
Right.
feel like that rather than in a even
a
gender specific way.
sensual way.
Yeah, I feel like it was a looking up and down kind of thing.
At the beginning, you can't tell.
But you can't, you're right.
So she is, trying her best to be what she's supposed to be, and she's annoyed, but she's kind of scared. And then
Demon Lemur, yes, it makes sense because you would want to break someone to keep them from their full potential. And also at this point, he's also trying to keep her from identifying as Aelin Galathidi. There's so much going on at this point that you're so right. It's funny, Demon Lemur, you just know books enough. I know you haven't read these, but you're right.
yeah, and also he wants her to be a good assassin because he can use her for that, but he doesn't want her to become Aelin. Like, he wants her to stay with him.
He wants to still control her.
Yeah, he wants to own her.
Yes.
Like, he literally says, my things.
Yeah.
He calls her a thing.
Yeah, yes.
So, as she's sitting there in front of the silent assassin and all of his, like, friends or whoever are there,
Yeah.
he goes like, ha! And then 4 guys go, ha, 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 ha.
Hop, 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 hop. I wish, man, times like this, I wish I could just do a backflip off this stool.
Try it.
Just throw myself on the, just down. Why would you
We're
let
going to have to
me?
make this a hospital stream. We're going to have to.
Hospital stream. Where's Eat? Eat.
So she I made that go up too early, but it's a test. So basically, the guys come and they go, "God, God, God!" She goes, "Yeah," and she blocks all of them, and then they're like, "All right, she's in."
Wow.
And she's worthy. So the mute master introduces her to Ansel, who says she will be bunking with her. She explains to her that she will start training the following day at dawn. Ansel gives her a tour of sorts and gives her deets on how the fortress runs. That's who
And
I'm
of course,
being
this
right
entire
now.
time, she's just like, I've never shared a room, not with anyone except Sam. Oh, I hope Sam is doing well. Oh, I remember sharing a room with Sam.
Only because
It's a lot of Sam.
Only because I'm so good, not because I like him.
No.
Or
I
anything.
would never like him. Whoa. Is that me?
It's their training montage. So Ansel has been there since she was 13 and is now 18. So she's been there for 5 years and she's never been able to train with the master. So that's going on to say not everybody there gets to train with the master. And
So will she
will
be
Selena
able to?
even get a chance to? So she says her father is lord of a place called Briarcliff, and he sent her there for training. Her sword belongs to her father. So she has a wolf sword, which I do
Cool.
not have. You just have to imagine it. Selena has a lot of questions, and, she wants to be a bad girl, but she was here at their mercy, so she had to sort of, like, button up and be like, okay, I'll do what you
Whatever
need, even
you
though she's, like, bad attituded all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
And she also needs a letter from the master, so she can't be crazy.
No, she actually has to listen and do the things that she doesn't want to do.
She has a memory of she and Sam returning to Erebin after she freed the 200 slaves. Sam was held down, so she's having a flashback of this beating that she received. So she got her ass handed to her.
Can I just say thank you to LPN for not administering beatings when we're bad? I just want to say thanks.
When you're bad.
Kelly, no, that's not. I guess it will happen after this show, and it was too bad for me to have brought it up.
Shouldn't have brought it up.
I should never have brought it up, and now the beatings will commence. And I'm very sorry. I am too beautiful to be beaten. And I will give in, and I will tell you whatever you want to hear as fast as humanly possible. Don't tell me any kind of country secrets, because I will never be a spy for you.
Country secrets?
Don't tell me any country secrets. I'm giving it up. I am not the person to be tortured. I will give it up so fast, and I'll say, can I go back to my bed, please?
I wasn't going to tell you any of this. I know a lot.
I know you know a lot of country secrets.
I'm not going to tell them to you.
Tim McGraw secretly bald.
Yeah,
Country secret.
That's the secrets you know.
Yeah,
as the pop history queen.
I don't think that is.
Let's just start it. Let's start that rumor. So she goes back through memories. By the way, I didn't mention in the last chapter, she's covered in facial bruises, and it's because she could
had the
have
shit
fought
beaten
back,
out of her.
but she didn't fight back because she's not supposed to against Erebin. So she could have fought back against Erebin, but she let him beat the shit out of her because
Think about that, Ansel.
Master.
Think about that, Ansel.
Why?
Think about that before you're bad, huh?
Why?
Because Erebin's going to
No.
come out to the desert, and I don't like the desert because
No.
it's sticky, but I will
No.
get you.
No,
That's
he wouldn't
how
be
I-
allowed. The assassin, the mute assassin and Erebin have to fight, and I think the mute assassin would win.
You think they'd take care of Ansel?
Who?
The mute assassins. I guess they would have to if Erebin just came in swinging.
Yeah, they'd have to. So she goes back through the memory of the day when she got her ass handed to her by Erebin, and Sam is also getting beat down by these other guys, and it sucks. And
Yeah.
she's worried about him, but not really. She doesn't really care.
She doesn't really care.
She then like meets up with all these other people. They have like a cafeteria, I guess, at this
Yeah, but they
place.
can like talk. Honestly, kind of again made me think of when I wanted to go to a silent retreat, and apparently at the silent retreat you can talk during the 20-minute lunch. But like, would you at that point, if you're going to a silent retreat and you're going to be a silent assassin, are you really going to talk through lunch? But I guess sometimes you got something to say.
We find out though that they're not actually silent assassins. A bunch of them talk.
No, they're talking at lunch.
But they talk all the time. Basically, they're like, we're not really silent. They just call us that. I don't know why it's weird.
I think they're like supposed to be. I think maybe it's like a training silence. Because like here's the thing: Mute Master always silent. Ilias,
But he's
silent.
not. He's not always silent.
Well,
He
I mean,
talks.
yeah, but it's croaky, so you know it's been years. I haven't talked for a long time.
I think
Oh my God,
at
Baked
one
Alaska. Can we please talk about the accent they gave Ansel in the audiobooks? It's another one of these weird accents that the
What is
audio
it?
bit. I forget, was it Southern or was it also like Mort? I remember it took me out of it and I was like, what? But again,
Like it's like an American accent.
it is a different, it's a different accent. Like, I know she's trying to it was a Southern drawl. That's what it was. It was like a kind of Southern drawl. And it was like, it's very weird because she's out in the desert. And like, I just don't expect someone with a Southern drawl to be
But also,
an assassin in the desert.
She came from Briarcliff, which I don't think is in this even in the.
I just
South.
don't even know if they have the same acentos. But again, you got to remember, what is she going to make up her own accents?
should be like,
we can't have her make up her own accents.
All right.
I just know
from Briarcliff.
as someone that does audiobooks, I know it's
Briarcliff.
really difficult, especially when you've got a bunch of characters. Like, you've got to distinguish them in some
Ansel.
capacity. Hello, am I Humpty Dumpty? Do not push me off the wall.
Hi, I am Ansel.
If she sounded like that, I think I would be fine with what happened. I'd be like, shoot the arrow earlier. I know that we're not there yet.
So anyway,
Thanks for the sub, Tinderella babe.
at breakfast, she learns all about like what goes on at the Assassin's Cave, and then she finds out that the nearby city of Alexandria, there's a guy who rules over it, and he's always feuding with the assassins. His name's Lord Barrick, and he's constantly fighting with them because like he wants to control the land, and they're like, no, you can't. We're not.
You're not a mute assassin. Fucking get over it, bro.
Yeah. So he wants to kill the assassins and send the Mute Master's head to the King of Ardalan. So basically, he's trying to negotiate with the King of Ardalan, who's a baddie. We already know that if we've read any of the books. And he basically, so if you can think about that, he is the same as King of Ardalan, which means he's a bad.
Bad.
The Mute Master sends Ansel to Alexandria to negotiate for him because they have to negotiate with him all the time because they parlay. And you can't fight and kill during parlay.
Cinderella, were you talking about my 5 o'clock show?
I'm telling.
Were you talking about my 5
very
o'clock
important
show?
parts of this
Oh,
story.
yeah, I'm listening. But also, you're talking about my 5 o'clock show? Thank you.
I hope she's not talking about mine. I'd be like kind of upset.
Raven Queen, thanks for the sub, babe.
Selena sees a young hottie that reminds her of Sam in the cafeteria. His name is Ilias, and he's the master's son. And he doesn't talk. He just gives her the eye.
Gives her the eyes.
Gives her a
Because
little
he is mute. He does do the mute, right?
Well, yeah, he doesn't. At least when we know him, he never says anything.
No.
Selena starts opening up to Ansel more and tells her about freeing the slaves. Selena finds out her training is not with the Mute Master. They have to run a bunch. They have to
Like
they're doing
run
like
for
Karate Kid
many
stuff.
miles every day. They got to do, doesn't that happen to her with Kayal as well? It's like,
Yeah.
is that the like, for anyone that has been like to soldier time, is that what they make you run? They make you run? First you run
Well, yeah,
and then you
running,
fight?
Running is one of the like hardest things to do on your stamina. So I
imagine.
But then running through the desert with buckets would be real shitty.
Yes.
Running up that
Yes.
dune.
Running up that dune, covered in the sand.
So she really doesn't like it, but she has to do it. And she goes like, because she's Selena, she's like, excuse me, Mute Master,
Somebody
I don't
train
know right.
me. I'm ready to be trained. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm like the greatest assassin in Rifthold. And everyone's like, bitch, you are with the mute assassins now, you fuck.
Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit
girl.
about you.
And so she tries to go after the master, but then she's stopped by the son, and he's like, no. Like,
I
you
can't
want a
even do it
kiss?
properly. I can't. God, I would be so annoying if I was mute. I'd just be like. I constantly be needing attention and just like throwing things
I'm
on the
already
ground.
mad.
Me, I am here, and
Can't
like,
even do it. Don't do it while talking.
no, don't.
Yeah. No, but get attention.
Don't let me be mute.
Okay.
Someone help me.
I don't know about the silent. I don't know if it's gonna work. The silent retreat.
Well, I'm gonna be great at a silent retreat. Natalie, we're going together.
should
At some
do
point,
an
we're going to a
LPN.
silent
We
retreat.
should do an
together.
LPN silent
LPN
retreat.
silent
Holy
retreat.
shit. God, that would be insane.
How long would we last? I think whoever lasted the longest should get a prize.
That's the only way you're gonna get anybody to shut.
I'll
the
be
fuck
fucking
up.
quiet. If there's money involved, I'll be quiet.
Yeah.
If I don't have to pay money.
Like an MLM, you have to pay in to make the money.
Yeah, right? I don't want to get into that.
All right, so she.
Okay, yeah, Raven Queen. First you run, then you fight, then you make out with your hottie BFF, and then you rescue an assassin princess from the prison. It happens every time, right? That's what happens. That's how you soldier.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, right. That's what the. It's like in the army, I assume.
My God, Cat Daddy, Henry versus Jackie mute standoff. We would break so many things to get attention.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not being there for that.
Don't let us do it in your home. We will
No.
break everything.
So, then she starts like flirting with Ilias during that whole thing. The silent assassin.
You
but
know,
then
just
she,
flirting with his eyes, and I
Yeah,
can't
'cause-
even do it with the boat. I'm like, oh, I can't make. That's what I would do. So if you ever see me doing that at you, assume I am mute and I'm trying to bang.
okay. Just remember that, everybody.
For everybody. Three more?
Oh, thank you. Sure. The silent assassins run much differently than the Assassin's Guild, and Rift told she notices, and she's like, "This. I think maybe the way the Arubin's running it is like abusive."
Almost
so
like they
everybody
respect
likes
each other, and
Like,
it's
people
almost like they don't get
smile?
the shit beaten out of each other all the time.
And also, there's women at this one. She's the only woman at Arabin's because he is sexist.
Interesting.
And so on her fifth night,
Ooh, me? Not with this hair.
you should have drawn on some. You should have
I
had some
should
hair
have.
on.
I should have dirtied up my breasts.
The silent assassin.
Like dizzy up the girl.
On fifth night, there's an attack on the fortress by Lord Barrack. So she sees this happening.
Okay, yeah, he's bad.
He's a bad. It was a night when a good deal of the assassins were away escorting. She's like, okay, so he attacks when there's a bunch of people away. Somebody must be feeding him information.
Interesting.
No matter, I'm going to go help fight so that I get on the good side of the silent leader, man.
Completely understandable.
Ansel says to scare them off rather than to kill, or else there will be an all-out war. So you just have to sort of like shoo them away somehow. The people from the army from Xandria.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. So the Mew Master sends Ansel to Lord Barrack to parlay a message via scroll. She asks if Selena would like to join her. So on their journey to Xandria, isn't this a pretty painting?
Yeah. Is that Selena?
Yeah, so this is Selena looking at the spider silk. Ansel tells her the story of the flatlands where she's from and tells her about how the Croshan. So basically where she's from, there's some Croshan witches because that's coming up in the books.
Kraken witches.
Kraken?
Kraken.
Kraken!
Yeah, they're the Kraken.
No, I'm calling them Croshan.
You can
That
say
sounds much-
Croshan.
That
I
sounds
think-
better. I'm sorry. Doesn't Croshan sound better?
You know, I feel like it depends on how international the witches are. I feel like Croshan makes them more like put together, I feel like.
Kraken sounds like
Like they're bad the fuck ass.
to me. It just sounds like Betty Crocker. It sounds like Southern.
Shoeless thinks it's gorgeous, so I guess we're going Croshan.
I think Croshan sounds more like a witch.
I love it.
So she comes from the witches are showing up in the bigger series real soon.
Also, I love that Cat Daddy. I've always thought Aelin and Rhysand are like one and the same in behavior. I would love a collection of Rhys and the Bat Boys stories of their adventures and what made Rhys the guy we met in ACOTAR. You're right. Like, so an assassin's blade, but for the Illyrian boys, like undergoing the rite. That would be fucking awesome. Who knows what the hell she's working on?
Yeah,
We
that
know
could
that she's still
happen.
working within the stories of everything we've got here. So Lord help us what we're about to get next
Who
year.
knows? So they were. So then we learn also about the Iron Teeth. That's said that way, right? She doesn't say like
No.
Iron-Teeth.
No, they are just iron teeth.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So we learn a little bit of witch lore, which we're going to learn a lot more about some of the books coming up. She also tells her the only way to kill a witch is by cutting off her head, which we also will learn about more. So as Ansel goes to meet with Lord Beric,
Again,
she
good
says,
to know to read this when we should have read it third.
Yes, definitely. Please.
We should have
do
read it
that.
third.
If you are listening, please do that. So
Third.
Ansel's like, you actually can't come to the meeting with me. You have to just sort of hang out in town. She's
Which
like,
also,
"What the
you
fuck?"
could have fucking told me before I went, but fine.
Yeah, it's weird. And so something.
I
seems off.
definitely would have been like, what the fuck? What's up? What's up? What's happening here?
But then also she does get to then just go shopping. So that's nice.
And she does love shop. And I do like this portion of Selena, of something that used to annoy me about her was how much she enjoyed the pianoforte and how much she liked nice things. And I'm going to be real
oh
with you,
my
it
God,
did annoy
the
me
piano
before.
forte music.
Don't. Natalie, don't. We're not talking about seeing you.
We got to get there.
Yeah,
Okay,
we gotta get there.
keep
All right,
moving.
yes, I'm sorry. Yes, Spider Silk.
So we learn about spider silk in some of the later books too. So that the spider silk comes in quite a bit in the later books, and also the kind of spiders that spin it. What are they called? I forget what they're called. The
Stygian, but they're also the Karen Cooey. So I've got so many questions for the next book.
She loves naming things a lot of different names.
Yes.
So they are giant ass spiders, and they lurk in the woods of the Rune Rune Mountain.
Rune Mountains.
It is lovelier than silk and stronger than steel. So this is a nice little picture done by her name. She goes by Tara by 70.
Hell yeah.
I don't think it's AI. I apologize if it is, but I'm pretty sure that that's just her art.
You do a really good job of trying to not only source from actual authors, but also giving them their big ups, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. I'm glad I try. I don't want to people not to be
Rune
credited
Dannon,
for-
Crown Prince of the Valbaran Fae. Don't! God, Daddy, I'll slip out of my seat. I will slip out of my seat.
The man gave up 20 years of his life. So she basically, there's a lore. This guy shows up again later too, doesn't he? Isn't the guy? That's the guy, right?
Yeah.
So
Falcon.
this guy comes back in a later story as well, spoiler kind of. But he basically had to give 20 years of his life over to get the spider silk because that's how expensive it is. You can basically buy a kingdom with it. And she's like, okay.
I kind of gonna say it, I think I love that they take the 20 years out of the middle of his life rather than just on the end.
You like
I
it?
think it's kind of fun.
Well, I mean, that is the price. Like, if you just take it off the end, that's hardly a.
Yeah, it just means you're gonna die early, but
you
I
won't
like
know,
that
then
it's
you're
like,
dead,
no,
you
you
don't
just,
know.
now you gotta fucking deal with it.
So he basically says, I can tell you're an assassin. Will you help me? If I kill this spider, I get the years back, allegedly. And she's like, I can't right now. I'm busy or whatever. And he's like, well, hey, come back and talk to me about it later. So you remember, here's a little piece of spider silk. And that comes in a little bit. So Selena meets up with Ansel afterwards, and she tells her that Lord Beric just got these two Astarian horses.
This is I've got so many questions about all the series.
So if you are a reader of her books, that might sound familiar. We don't know if there's a connection, but
Did they come through in the rip? But we're not talking about the rip.
not in the rift today.
I'm talking about it today. But sorry, we're also doing Crescent City, and we need you guys to know that it's all, man, she's a great writer. If you were curious, god damn, she's a great writer.
It's very fun. She's got so many. I love a big ass world, big old world. So, basically, Ansel comes back from the meeting, and she's like, "Hey, bitch, come check out these horses. They're crazy cool horses that he just got, and we're gonna take them." And Selena's like, "What? what are you talking about? She's like, ride! And then she rides off, and Selena's like, I guess I got to get on this horse. And there's another picture from the same artist, which I thought was really pretty. It's them on their horses in the desert. Those some bitchin' ass horses.
You're so right. I heard puppies.
What?
You mean the Daglin horses? And also that they have...
The Daglin, yeah. Same.
I didn't even think about... It all just fucking...
Those are some kind of magic horses, I'll tell you.
They got magic horses, all different, all of them, but they got magic horses, bro!
Selena and Ansel become closer friends on this trip back. Like, they stop in the desert overnight and they like kind of bond. And Selena's like, am I friends with a girl?
Oh my God.
And Ansel reveals that her father's actually dead. Like, her whole backstory is kind
Remember
of...
all that shit that I said? Actually, nothing, none of it.
But she says, I'm going to, go, what's it called? She's going to have her revenge.
Yeah.
On the men who killed her family. And they bond over that because Selena's also got some trauma, family trauma, right? And she said, well, we're going to get him. Don't you worry. She wants to train strong enough, yeah. So she basically is going to take her father's sword back, like Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father.
Prepare to
die.
But I guess she'd say, prepare to die.
You must prepare to die. Oh, just Ansel being a bit of an Ansel about it. It did make me kind of want to slap her character around.
A little bit. The last two stories, I'm genuinely going to go through fast because I hate them.
Whoa. Also, by the way, only watches, who are the Daglin horses again? The Daglin were the people that like used to like rule in Akatar, but then they also had like the crazy, right?
Spoilers, guys.
I guess this is all spoilers.
The Daglin.
But only watches did say I've read all the series. I was just trying to remind
Daglin
only
and
watches.
the Asteri are the same thing. And they have horses that are Daglin horses and Asterian horses. All right, now we're back. Selena realizes in the shadow of Sam thought. What does that mean, Jackie?
Oh, realizes in the shadow of Sam thought that while she was being because she just loses herself in Sam thought.
Oh,
she's thinking of like
memory.
she's
Got
lost
it.
in a memory of
Got
thinking
it.
of him. Yes.
Got it. She's having a flashback, and she realizes in that moment because she couldn't. Whenever she was having her memories before being beaten, she could hear Sam saying like
screaming something.
Couldn't remember, and suddenly it comes back to her. He's screaming, "I'll kill you" at Arobin because he is beating Selena, and she's like, "Oh my God!"
And then she's finally realizing that was like, because she kept like throughout this book, it's like, but what did Sam had to endure? What did he have to endure? What did he have to go through? Because she didn't watch the beating or whatever she
was like getting beat herself, so she was just like getting batted around.
And then she was like passed out for days, so she had no idea. So then in this, she remembers that he was screaming, "I'll kill you," and then she realizes that a huge part of the punishment for him was doing that to her in front of him.
Yeah.
And she didn't even realize. Man, I just like I've never had the like, oh my God, you were in love with me the whole time. Like, I think that's something that you dream of when you are a romantic little fat girl. And I just always assumed it was like, oh, what if somewhere out there, it's like I'm staring at the pictures of the people that I'm in love with and none of them love me back and just waiting for someone out there who had been waiting to tell me for years that they were in love with me. It doesn't fucking happen.
Well, listen, though, I will say there are probably people who had crushes on you that you don't even know about.
You're right, but you wait for this. This is it, right? Shula's same, Jackie's same, and Block at the Fair is hopeless romantic. So much feels. So it's like when you just like that, like needing, wanting, wishing, and I think it's also why I fell so hard for their relationship in this book.
Totally.
I think I'm also just trying to protect myself here, being like, this is why I cried so much at the end of this book.
Yeah, but see, at the end of the day, you win, because if that person did come to you with those feelings at 16, you would have been trapped in a marriage as a teenager.
Yeah,
and you'd
I'd probably
living
still be in Florida, and I wouldn't be Arabin Hamill, who you see in front of you today. So you're welcome, everybody. I'm glad no one was secretly in love with me. I'm glad it was unrequited, and I'm glad no one wanted to kiss me.
Oh, they're definitely. It's just never the same. People definitely had crushes on you, want to kiss you, but it's not the people you were looking at.
It's not the people you wanted
it's like
to
that
kiss.
song.
This
He
is never-
loves her, and she loves that guy right here.
Oh yeah.
and
Whoa.
so it goes.
Whoa, what is it,
Word.
Aerosmith?
No, it's Love Stinks.
Love
Yeah, yeah.
stinks. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I don't remember
man.
who actually sings that.
Love does stink.
So, so then they get back.
Especially
they're
in this
trouble.
story. Imagine how
Yeah.
stinky they all were.
Well, they're very smelly. They get back. The silent assassin guy head is like pissed because they stole horses. But then she notes that he's very different than Arabin because he's not like immediately beating the shit out of
the
them.
shit out of her. What?
And then Selena like takes the blame for it, for Ansel doing the thing because she's trying to protect Ansel.
I wouldn't have done that. Can we just say, again, many reasons of why I'm not Selena Sardarthian, but like, she's the one that didn't let you in the meeting, and then she stole the horses. But I know it's because she hadn't been trained for 5 years, so she wants her
Yes.
to be able to still get trained. And
And
I know
it
that.
is what eventually the head silent assassin man is what made him go, okay, she's ready for me to, she's being noble.
Yes.
So she was rewarded.
Mute Master says, be the snake. This is also another one of these like montages where it's like, and then I looked at a rabbit and I was the rabbit. And then I looked at a snake and I was the snake. And then I was the snail and then I was the snail.
I'd
And it's
rather
like,
it
I
go-
got, yes.
I'm glad we didn't get full paragraphs of her training.
Me too. I'm glad that this was a novella. I was just like, yes, yeah, be the snake, be the rabbit. Yeah. Go. Great. Continue. Loved it. Thank you for the novella, SJM. Cat Daddy, we need a montage. We need a montage of us. We need to create like an
I'm the
actual
squirrel.
montage. You're the squirrel. Well, nuts.
I'm the squirrel.
Ah!
So she becomes all the animals.
Yep. She mutes her way to the top of the Assassies.
And they bond. They like each other. Then the girls attend the
Thank you,
midsummer.
Just Jen. Top-notch act outs, you guys. This is, this is what you
why
guys,
you guys
come here
show up.
for. Yeah.
They attend the Midsummer Eve Festival, which is silent, no music, but there's dancing. Don't worry, you're not the only one who thought of douche when you heard Midsummer's Eve. It's like a silent disco, but no one has headphones on, and I don't think I like it.
It is mute. It is not the kind of festival I think I want to go to. I think it's too silent. I need at least white noise. Can we have can we like bring in some fans or something?
I feel like this was something that happened when I was in modern class in college, and they would be like, for the class, be like, now create a piece with no sound. And then everybody would just be like, shh. Oh, yeah.
I feel like you'd want to be bigger, right? If you're silent.
Or do you want to be smaller?
Or do you want to be small? Small like the snail.
I feel like
large like the snake. It depends.
as a theater major, you must have also had some
mask work, yes.
yes, where you had to be silent and portray.
Yes. Be the character. You are the character. Don't use your face. And actually, I make a lot of jokes about my mask workshops, but I learned a lot about using my body and not just my face.
Oh, I know. You disappeared into the soprano guy.
Early, it was all in my body. From here down, everyone was going, that guy's dead. And it's just here up. That's my problem. Too beautiful.
You are too beautiful for sure. Definitely too beautiful for many things, but specifically to play Tony Soprano in any way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm too alive.
You are. You're very alive. We find out that during the 2 days after Selena's beating from Arabin that she took her savings and purchased her an apartment. So she has a secret apartment, which comes up a lot in the book.
Certainly does.
So she has a secret apartment. She's going to figure out how to tell Arabin she's moving out.
She's gonna tell him, damn it.
She loves, so Elias loves to dance.
Oh, man. He comes up and goes... And she goes... And they go together.
They do.
And it's very sexy.
I can't envision this scene being sexy. Like, I can't.
Oh, silent dancing, like silent dancing in a hall where everybody's silent dancing. Again, at least in a silent disco, you've got headphones on.
Yeah. No, it seems very awkward. So he walks her back to her room, and man.
Oh, hey, throwing ass for a birdie. Sorry, what book are we on? Yeah, we jumped into Assassin's Blade third. So we are on the third book, Assassin's Blade. Even though Natalie and I are further in the series, that is what we are discussing. And thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for coming and listening to this in chaotic description of the book.
Chaotic.
Chaotic.
Not this book, Natalie.
You brought it up. Bro was seriously going in for a silent kiss, but she's saving those lips. Girl, you should have kissed him. Give him a kiss.
Saving her lips, Natalie.
But she stopped him because when he leaned in towards her, she saw Sam's face. And I get it. She loves him.
And not talking to him and not even having like a different, like, so you just see the outline of hot guy A and hot guy B. And of course she thinks of Sam. She can't even maybe it's just because I'm so into the voice of a person that I need to be attracted to that that wouldn't work for me. I can't bang in a silent retreat. I need to hear your voice. Because what if he's like, and I'll be like, yeah, I can't fuck you, bro. I can't do it.
I mean, hot take, I'd rather a not good voice than a bad smell.
I mean, you're right. So I'm assuming in this, if he can't use his voice and he can't flirt that way, I'm going to assume he's smelling as good as he can. Or is he just dousing himself in fucking desert puke pods? I don't know what they have.
What does that mean?
They go, bleh, and then they put into a little pod, and then they dab themselves with it later.
Oh,
because they can't get to a...
Oh, desert puke pods. Right,
yeah, they're puke pods. It's like a Tide Pod, but it's perfume.
Okay, get it now.
I'm a big business person out in the desert.
Oh, I know. This is a Shark Tank pitch, for sure.
Oh my God, throwing ass for Bernie. Why do I picture Sam as Sean Astin when he was hot? You say when he was hot like he's not still currently hot. Maybe that's just me, but also you could have stopped at Sean Astin. Ooh, like when he was in, what is it, Red Soldier? Red Dawn? Was it the one with the soldiers? I'm not talking about Sean Astin right now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, we're not talking.
I know, we've got many more. We've got more to go.
So she goes on this kiss. Ansel, by the way, this whole time is like hooking up with this other guy. So there's this other guy we haven't really brought on because he's not that important, but he is in love with Ansel quite clearly. I think his name's
Mikhail. His name was Mikhail, and it's just, she's just like, I fuck him on the side. Isn't that crazy? And it really, and then.
So we know that Mikhail loves Ansel. Ansel's not being as open about if she actually likes Mikhail or not.
No.
But they are hooking up the whole time. The next morning, after all of the dancing and stuff, they're back. They got in trouble for the horse thing, and now they're what's it called? Digging stalls?
Yeah.
Shuffling stalls?
Yeah, man. Getting their goofies in a trough.
They're scooping the poops up. And so that's what their punishment is in the morning. They reconvene in the morning at their job, or they're
just like Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. We're just like, I don't know. What is it? What do they do? Shovel? Whatever it is, yuck.
It's one of those things. And so they get in a big fight the next morning, essentially.
I'm not just staring at pictures of fucking Sean Astin. Toy soldiers is what I was thinking of, everyone. Toy soldiers. Very important. Yeah! I mean, that is, he still has, childlike pimples, but I was more of a Lord of the Rings, I was an Encino man, you know what I mean? I was a big...
All right, we got to get back.
I had a lot of pictures of Sean
Astin. You got to clip along here.
I'm sorry, we're talking about something else.
So they get in a big fight that day, and basically Ansel's like, oh, you think you're so great just because the master already wants to train you? Oh, wow, you're great.
Yeah, but
amazing,
also
Selena.
yeah, Ansel, sorry, bitch.
And then she kind of says something really mean too, though. She says to Ansel, like, nobody cares about your stupid Briarcliff.
Yeah, and just like nobody cares about your fucking trauma. Nobody cares about your story. Obviously, you're not good enough because you're not getting trained by the assassin.
So they were both being really mean to each
other. They were being bitches. Sometimes bitches be bitches. And that was something it took me a long time in female friendships to understand, that sometimes You just got to yell at somebody and talk about how you feel.
It's true.
Like Natalie and I do every 10 days.
On the dot. Just so.
But we are dressed like this. So it's.
Yeah. It makes it
Are we in
better?
character? Like, this gets weird.
So they get in this big fight, but Selena's bonding the F out with the leader. He seems to really like her, and they have a bonding time where he only gestures at her, and she's like, "You're right. I get it. Yeah."
The mute part of this story, I will say,
I don't
made me
really-
smile sometimes.
I mean, it's great. I don't know why they had to be silent, but it doesn't play into the story at all or anything. But so she bonds with him, and then the next
Throwing ass, I'm Arabin, and Natalie is Ansel, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for understanding.
The next morning, she's awoken by Ansel, and Ansel apologized. They both are like, "Sorry, bitch. Sorry, bitch. We're cool, right?"
Bitches being bitches sometimes.
And they're like, "Yeah, we're both really sorry." And Ansel's like, "Hey, let's cheers to like our friendship." And they drink the wine. And even as this was happening, I was like, "Selena,
No, you fucking trust that shit!
this is
That bitch is pissed at you!
also just randomly like waking you up with wine. You should know better."
You are one of the greatest assassins of Rifthold. You don't just take a glass with someone when they've been really mad at you and acting real shifty.
Yeah, she's being
But also,
shady as hell.
it's because it was her first female friendship. And so
Yeah.
she wasn't thinking like that, and she was trusting her. And what do we learn? Never trust a bitch. Thank you.
So she drinks. Guess what? It's poison.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Holden. Thank you for the raid. Never trust a bitch, Holden. Never trust a bitch.
Holden. So Selena wakes up with the Assyrian horse Caseta. So the next thing she knows, she's out in the desert. She awoke with a horse and a note. And it's basically saying,
Horse and a note.
Ansel saying, "Hey, we needed you to leave early. They didn't want you to be embarrassed, so I drugged you and then left you in the desert. Here's the master's note saying that here's a horse and saying you can go home now." And she's like, "What? That's weird." And then she starts to ride the horse, and she sees all these men charging towards the fortress. And she's like, "Huh, that's weird.
That's weird. I'm going to keep going.
I'm going to keep going."
Real weird.
to this-
Hilaire, thanks for the sub, babe. I will also say, this entire chapter, she was straight up the entire time being like, I don't. Wait a second.
I feel as though this is
Wait a
off.
second. Yeah, like it wasn't like, oh, that makes sense. I'm just like, she really was questioning what was happening.
She was, but she was at first going to just go back.
Yes.
But then she's like, "Okay, many things seem off here," and so she waits and she goes to the desert more and more, and then suddenly she goes, "Wait,
Whoa. Yeah, she like makes it to the town. She makes it to Xandria.
something's weird. It's quiet here. Something's off, man." And then she's like, "I better check this letter, even though I shouldn't break the seal." And she opens the letter that she's supposed to send back for Arabin, and it's blank. Which again, if Ansel was trying to help her,
Write something.
if she was going back, she was gonna
Pretend
get
you were the
killed.
mute master.
Why would you do that?
Because she'll get killed. But TMB, thank you so much for the gifted 5 subs, TMB. Love you, baby.
So she has to go save the assassins because they're getting ambushed.
They're getting ambushed. She's got to
All
save
together.
them.
She's like, "Oh, Ansel, that bitch-ass bitch.
Bitch-ass bitch
Send
being a
me to the
bitch-ass
desert."
bitch.
It wasn't the master who told her to leave.
Never trust a bitch. Never trust a bitch.
To trust a silent leader, I guess.
I guess we have to.
Silent but deadly, even.
He's a fraud, man.
So she makes it to the Silent Assassin's fortress and immediately goes looking for the master. And it's not good. There's bodies everywhere. Let the bodies hit the floor, she said.
Yeah, she did, but she didn't.
And so she finds Ansel's lover real dead on the ground. And
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, no." And the cute one, Elias, the silent
Elias.
cute, he's got a big old wound in his gut. And he's like, "Oh, no. I don't know. That's not good." She's like, "What's happened?" He can't tell her because he doesn't speak. Even as he could have really helped her out.
You're right, throwing ass for Bernie. How many assassins does it take to not let one bitch kill everyone? What are you doing here?
Ansel didn't kill everybody. She killed
Mikhail, and she sliced Ilias.
And a couple guards, but then she let all of the soldiers in from Xandria to then do a bunch of the killing too. So she also poisoned the leader. And she's about to cut his head off because she's going to bring it to the freaking guy.
The Lord Barrick.
She's with the bads. And you're like, what the fuck, Ansel? What are you doing? So
you're a bitch, Natalie.
Oh.
I love you, but your body corpse right now is a bitch.
Yeah, we're both bads. We're bads to the bone.
I guess we better go hit the fucking trail tonight. Yeah, we gonna make it dusty. We gonna make it crusty. And you better watch out for what we gonna do, cause we bringing the bread.
We're bringing the bread?
Yeah, cause it was crusty, I guess.
Okay.
I feel like you're not being scary enough, Natalie, and I should be scared of you.
I'm not going to be a good friend to you. Backstab.
You better not say that.
Backstab.
Whenever someone says backstab to me, you know I freak out. You know that's my word.
I know how much it scares you.
Oh my God, I love you too, Raven Queen.
Master's eyes were pleading with him to save his son. She throws her blade at Ansel, but she misses on purpose and says, "What are you doing?" And Ansel says, listen, Lord Barrick, the guy from the city, said he would give me a bunch of armies, and I need to go avenge my family.
I need to go get my revenge.
And this guy won't even let me train with him, and I hate men. I hate men. She does kind of say it like that. She's like, these men all just hurt each other and hurt me and hurt people, and like, who gives a fuck? And I'm like, here's a point.
I mean, I get you. I get where you're coming from, but also, like, does this have to be the way? This is the way you got to do it?
If she really was, like, kind of rest on her laurels, Mikhail was kind to her and loved her, and she fucking just murdered his ass. He wasn't doing anything bad to her.
No.
So, oh, wow, okay, now you're not morally sound, Ansel. And she seems crazy, and that's what Selena says. She's like, you're nuts. This is a terrible choice you're making.
Yeah.
And so she is in cahoots with Lord Barrick. Selena corners her, and she basically says, they fight. Of course, Selena wins because she's Selena.
She's Selena!
And then she goes, I'm not killing you. She thought about killing her. She didn't. And she says, you have 5 minutes to get your bags, and then you have 20 minutes to ride out of the horse.
Thank you, Dumpster Stoner, for the sub.
And then I'm going to shoot an arrow at you. And if you're not far enough away, my arrow's going to hit you in the ass, and you're going to die.
And you're going to get dead, you bitch.
So that's 25 minutes she has, right? And this is her aiming towards her. It's another really pretty picture from that artist.
Puffy got arrested, like, for good?
He's been arrested.
Like, ever arrested? Sorry.
Yeah, he's probably going to go to jail forever. This is very not the story.
Sorry, no,
But-
I just...
Selena watched her go, but because she has love in her heart still somehow for Ansel, she waited 21 minutes and just missed her butt.
Ansel gets away.
And Ansel rides off into the desert. She's morally gray. She's not really morally gray because she did murder her boyfriend for no reason.
Yeah, I think that she's not morally gray. I actually think I don't like Ansel, and I think she's very selfish, and I think that, like, I understand where you're coming from, but also you could have worked with the Mute Master and figured it out a different way, and I felt like you thought your back was up against the wall, but it really wasn't.
Well,
And
yeah.
I think it's like after 5 years, she assumed her back was up against the wall, but you're only 18.
Like,
And the Mute Master knew.
Yeah, that's true. And Ansel is a sympathetic character in many ways, but she takes that rage and then kind of becomes a villain inside of it. And she didn't need to do that. And there was, like, basically Selena at one point asks, was any of this real? Was our friendship real? And she's like, there were moments. Sometimes
You really
I
gonna,
wasn't
just gonna
kill
fuck
you.
her up like that, Katie? Be like, yes, it was. I'm fucked up. This wasn't on you.
And she's trying to go like, well, I tried to save you. You're the one who came back like an idiot. And she's like, you just drugged me and you left me in the desert. That's not saving. So,
But also, yes, Blonde and Bothered says artist work gives Dune vibes in a great way. Very much so.
yeah, it's the same artist I was saying earlier. Oh, God.
Don't hide from the camera, Natalie.
called
We know
Terra-
you're there, Natalie.
Era
Oh.
by 70. The master was glad she did not kill Ansel. The master was glad she did not kill Ansel. So she comes back. She saves the master. A bunch of people have died, but then the assassins kind of win over the soldiers, and so they have their keep for another day. And the master talks. He goes,
I mean, it was after he got attacked. He had to explain to her what happened. I feel like that's when you break a silent clause.
I mean, his
right?
son didn't say anything, and he could have really helped out during that moment. But so basically said he knew that Ansel was planning and plotting, and he's like, I needed to let her live out her fate, even if I had to kill a bunch of my own men. My son almost died, but she did learn her lesson.
He's a good man, the mute master.
Yeah, he's a good man. He is. We are to see him as a good character, and he is. So, he basically goes, "Here's your letter. You did a good job." And
I mean, I'm assuming Ansel's going to come back, hopefully in a good way. Don't tell me, hopefully in a good way. I'm just...
Did she come back at the end of Storm book? Isn't that who called? Guys,
Is that who it
I
was?
think so, right? Wasn't that the person who gets called at the end of the Storm of Shadows? I'm pretty sure it is.
Cat Daddy says yes! I think I didn't realize who she was.
Pretty sure that's
And now do I have to go back and reread the fucking book?
That's why, man, if I'd only read Tower of Dawn in tandem.
I know. Why did I just read Assassin's Blade third?
Can't go back in time now.
Because you hadn't read Assassin's Blade.
It's too late. This is the fate you've been dealt.
Love sticks! Love sticks!
Okay, but
I know throwing ass. You did. I told you guys to read it first. You did. We didn't listen.
No.
This is not y'all's fault. This is our fault.
Oh, yeah,
We
no.
chose. I was like, I'm so into the story. How can I stop? How must I stop? But then the Gale book.
all right.
Sorry.
So now we're going. The master basically and her bonded, and she told him that she was kind of scared to leave the Assassin's Keep, and that Araben's kind of a piece of shit. And so at this end, after she like saved all of them, he's like, "Here's a bunch of gold." Sounds like Araben's kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
Get out of there. So buy your freedom from him. Here's a bunch for the reward, and here's a letter, and tell him to stop abusing people in his keep.
Yes.
I think I can do that.
I can do that for sure. Also, throwing ass for burning. I was doing Tower of Dawn and a tandem read with Assassin's Blade. I just finished Tower of Dawn though.
But that was just by happenstance.
It was happenstance because we listened to everybody when we asked, should we do Assassin's Blade next? And we hadn't read it yet, and now we're all caught up.
We obviously should be doing this book now. So, The Assassin in the Underworld. So this is 3 months since the night Arobin beat her unconscious.
This is the last
Selena
one, right?
has no.
No, it's not the last one. Okay.
Well, we're gonna bang through this because these ones make me upset.
I'm too upset. I'm upset. I'm already upset.
So this is the book the story we first meet Lysandra in as well, who becomes a very
Christian, thank you for the gifted sub to Demon Liebernick. Thank you so much, babe.
Thank you, guys. That this is a character who shows up quite a bit in the later books. So we're coming to back. She's back at Rifthold. She did all this stuff in the desert. She got her letter. She had to go all the way back up to Rifthold. She's all fucking tired as hell, but she shows up and she's like, I'm gonna fucking rip this guy a new one. And she goes into his office and he's immediately like, hang on, I'm reading some notes right now. I can't see you. And she's like, oh,
Sorry,
Arobin.
I've got other things that I've got to get to.
And so she's about to shout at him, but then he goes, well, I thought you'd be Tanner.
I am a bit of a silly Billy. Don't they always say that about Arobin Hamel?
Oh, yes. What a silly
What a silliest of the Billies.
Arobin apologizes. A little late. He's like, yeah. And then he's like, I'm really sorry I did that. And she's like, what the fuck are you? What do you mean you're sorry? You just sent me away for 3 months. And he's like, was in a bad mood. Please forgive me. And he says, basically, I'm not going to break down the plot of this whole thing. But he says to her, look, I got to make it up for you. I'm going to let you kill a couple people. You know how much you love to do that. And it's this big thing, and you're really going to like it because the people are trying to stop a slave trade.
When I
from
first
being
read
built.
through this, I was very confused. And I'm glad that I read through it again in
Yeah.
writing these notes because I was like, okay, so this guy, right? There's Leifer, but Leifer is the wife.
And you don't even really didn't know her. There's all these side characters that come in as a device just to be like, look, you hate slavery. This is a way to stop more of it, and there'll be a big reward.
You
for
get a big reward.
and you can have all of it.
You need to kill this guy, and you need to get these documents.
And that's how I'm going to say I'm sorry, I guess.
Because then you'll make a bunch of money when you kill this guy, and you'll stop a bunch of slaves. But also, immediately, should she not? I know that he's trying to be like, I'm sorry, but should she not have been like, wait a second, you want to help the slaves now? Wait a second, you want to do what with the slaves now?
But accurate to a manipulative
I
relationship.
know he's a bastard.
So he is trying to break her down. This is why I think this.
I don't get that. He was all she had. You're right.
And yes, and also she has been conditioned to like want to please him since she was a child. And so he's manipulating that.
Yes.
And she's like, I'll think about it. And then after she leaves, she runs into Sam and she's like, oh, Sam,
Sam.
you're okay.
Sam.
You're all right, Sam. And they both kind of like, they get kind of,
Chandra.
they get emotional, and she's like, oh, I guess I thought about you, kind of. And he's like, yeah. And then suddenly, Lysandra shows up in the room.
Call her by her name.
Bitchandra.
Thank you.
But I like
Thank
her.
you. I know I also love her, but right now, she's a bitchandra.
And so basically we learn the backstory of like, she's like a very sought after courtesan because, I guess in this world, they train little girls to become sex workers, but at least they don't do sex work until they turn 17.
And like
I
Arabin
guess.
paid for her to like learn how to be the best.
So it's like, you know, it's
courtesan.
kind of a weird old fashioned thing. I know this was like actually something they used to do back in like the early 19th century.
Makes me think of the movie Pretty Baby, which you should never ever watch.
Please never watch that ever.
Never
Please don't
watched the movie Pretty Baby, but it did really weird me out when I did watch my English teacher's house for a summer, and he had multiple copies of Pretty Baby in like every form of movie.
Rolf!
Yeah, it's a lot of Rolfing. That's when I first saw Pretty Baby, and then I was like, why does he have so many copies
That
of this
is fucking
movie?
gross.
But anyway, we don't need to talk about
Also,
Pretty
why
Baby
did he,
right
if he had
now.
you a child watching his house, why did he have the copies out?
It was a teenager. No, it was really cool because he had
child.
he had a full like movie theater in his house. So he had like every movie. It was just surprising that on DVD, on Blu-ray, on Laserdisc, on tape, he had Pretty Babies. So that yucked me out. It's why we watched it, because I was like, what is this movie? He's got so many copies of it. And then we watched it and we're all like, ah, 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 ah.
Yeah, that's fucking gross, dude. Fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, Laserdisc. Give it up for Laserdisc.
That's the takeaway from that story?
Give it up for
Oh,
Laserdisc.
and a laser disc.
Yeah, man.
No, I understand. It's exciting. But so this is like sort of that idea of like we're training up escorts, which is a thing that was just like women had to do for a long time in the history of our world because they
Well,
weren't allowed to have jobs.
Escort or assassin, you get your choice, or just orphan dying young. Those, I think it seems, are your options. And assassin usually is not an option for someone that is born a woman. So, awesome.
Yep.
Ooh.
So that's where we are. But so Lysandra is trying to cause trouble in this scene. She's like, Sam, hi, Sam.
Interesting.
Where
Oh,
are you?
Selena's here.
Oh,
weird.
Selena, hi.
I've been like hanging out with Sam though.
Me and Sam have something to do over here.
I'm just like so hot, and me and Sam have been hanging out.
Sam's been like helping me get ready for my bidding, which we find out is her selling her virginity. But she doesn't get the money. She gets a cut of it. They're going to sell, they have biddings for when people turn 17 there. for their virginity.
Throwing ass for Bernie. She was literally raised to be a pick-me. Aww.
I mean, she was.
Yeah.
That's technically not her fault. So yeah,
You're right, Cat Daddy. Arabin also purposefully pitted them against each other. Manipulative little fucking turd.
Which we find out in this story even more that like that was part of Sam's punishment was he was kind of making Sam take care of Lysandra to fuck because he's so creepily involved in these 16-year-olds' romance. He's like, no, I need to interfere. You guys can't be boyfriend and girlfriend. I am an adult man. It's fine. It's not. Don't worry about it. So Selena decides to take Arabin up on his offer to kill this guy whose name is Donovan. He's the one who wants to make the trade route that she'll get. There's a hit out on him essentially. So Arabin takes Selena to have a special new outfit made. Oh, here I'm gonna reboot. Oh, nope. There it goes. Put it back.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Something's coming up and it's burst our bubble. Yeah.
So we got secret blades.
New fit, secret blades, bitches.
Which again, same artist. She's looking at her new outfit and it's like a guy from this other part of the world, and he brought his wares and he's like making these fancy outfits, and Arabin's like, I'm making you one and you have it for free. Sam gets one too, but he has to pay
a bunch of fucking money. What up, Pippa? Welcome, babe.
So then Selena secretly asks the inventor / suit maker if he can incorporate this little square spider silk that she received into the suit around the heart, and he's like, whoa, spider silk.
Whoa.
I guess I can. And then we don't hear about it for another while, what she was doing there, but we're like, okay, so she's trying to use it as armor. And that's a picture of the spider silk. Later on, Selena is talking to Sam and is obviously jealous about his time spent with Lysandra, and it is very teen coded where they're just like, I don't know, maybe you should go like take care of like her bidding party or whatever. I'm really busy.
I don't even care.
Like, why don't you go fuck off and do your, are you going to bid on her?
I don't even care.
Like, I give a shit. What? So they fight like that. And then Sam basically says, actually, Selena.
Actually?
Arabin is making me do this. And we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. I just have to. It was part of my punishment.
I'm on guard duty, you bitch.
And
I am blonde and bothered. I am Arabin.
And then she's like, yeah, right, whatever. And then Sam says, you know what my punishment was? He says, you know what I said I would forgive him if he did? If he would never touch you again and put his hands on you.
He's like, you don't even fucking know me, Sam.
And it's like, oh my God. But she doesn't know what to say. And so she
of course she doesn't fucking know what to say. What do you say to that?
I'm going to kiss you right now. That's what
Except not yet.
So Selena uses Arabin's private... So they all go to the orchestra and they go see this orchestra and they all enjoy the show while they're also spying on this guy they're supposed to take out. And at the end, Selena it's basically like the scene from Pretty Woman.
And
she's wearing a red dress too.
Yeah, and she's just like staring up at them, like sitting in the box and just being like, yeah, but I'm here for the music.
And she's like
I love the music.
She's moved by the swell of the music. And Sam's like, oh, she's like so deep. Wow.
Whoa.
And Lysandra tries to make fun of her and Sam tells her to shut up, which makes Selena very happy. Then she finds out that Arabin really did hurt Sam after she was sent to the desert. She asks him again. She's like, well, were you thinking about like bidding on her or whatever? And he's like, even if I could, no, I wasn't going to. She's like, why? Oh, well, maybe help me then, whatever you fucking want to do. And so he's like, okay, yeah, I'll help you try to kill this guy.
Oh my God, this is just like what happens in the book.
Yeah, they do flirt by saying, let's kill this man.
It's very 16-year-olds assassin flirtation conversation.
You know how all those 16-year-old assassins are.
Yeah, man.
And so
stakeout.
They have a stakeout, but they're also not focusing because they're fucking flirting with each other.
No, because they're so busy talking to him.
And And then they go spy.
Cat
They go to a
Daddy,
big
Daddy,
party.
Dorian, different book. No Dorian in this one.
Ain't no Dorian in this.
No Dorians.
So this is her origin story. This is Sam, the person we know had a bad fate, and we watch it all happen, play out in a book. And then so they go to this big party where they're doing more reconnaissance. They're doing all they're trying to get intel and they're doing stuff. She's dressed. She like puts a little more cleavage out than she usually does because
Oopsie
she has
poopsie.
to try to flirt with this guy who she's gonna kill.
She's just flirting.
And I'm sure Sam didn't notice or whatever. And so they kind of like have this like fight in the party that's sort of like based on their romantic feelings for each other. And he's like, I'm going to leave. She's like, oh, I'm going to stay and party. And she stays. And then she comes home and she finds a pile of papers tied up with the red string on her bed. And it's the sheet music.
She loves the music.
She had tried to play the music from it earlier and he had caught her. And
He gets the music for
and he's
her.
like, "Oh, you like playing music, right?" And then he goes and he does a bunch of he like bargains with people and he gets her the music
the
on
music
sheet
for
so
her.
she can play it. And she's
Yeah.
like, "What?"
Oh my God.
So they do all of the reconnaissance stuff. Donville's like a big old perv. They all go.
Yeah, he loves his women of the night.
So she gets the intel that she needs from the party. Oh wait, oh, I'm sorry, I did that backwards. So he gives her the sheet music, then they go to the party, guys. I'm sorry.
Thank
it doesn't really
you.
matter. So they like get in the fight at the party, and then they separate. Sam has to go guard Lysandra that evening, but Selena's gonna go try to get into the Donegal guy's house.
She's gotta kill him, y'all.
Donegal, sorry. She's got to go kill him. She is attacked. She does not succeed. She did not do a good job. His
No.
guards are like, we know you were spying and trying to get intel, you idiot. And then
Yeah.
they tie her up. They put her in the sewer, and they go like, we're just going to leave you here to die by the sewer water.
Because they're all Donoval's little cronies, and they don't know who she is, and they don't know who sent her. All they know
Yeah.
is that they're about to fucking kill her in this sewer.
Yeah. So they leave her to die as the water comes rushing into the sewer, and she starts screaming, she's freaking out, and she cuts she has her secret blade.
Secret
Wearing her new
blades!
suit with the secret blade. She cuts the ropes off her. She's like, oh, okay, I'm free, except I'm still in the sewer, and there's only one grate, and I can't get out.
Oh no! Yeah,
So-
exactly. Someone earlier said adventure morsels when talking about this book, and it is little adventure morsels.
It is. It is. It's like little fairy tales.
Yeah.
So she's like, she's free.
What up, Conwirmer? Welcome.
She can't get out because there's a sewer grate above her, and she's like, help, help, I'm in the sewer. And of course,
Who happens to find her?
you know who was following her. Sam.
Sam.
Even though Sam said he had to go take care of Lysandra, he did. It was part of his duties. But as soon as he was done, he went to go try to help Selena, even though she said, I don't need your
I
help.
didn't need your help, Sam.
Uh-oh, we're blacking out again. Sorry, guys.
Oh, blackout. Cat Daddy says Kale and Dorian show up at that party. She doesn't name them, but she says it took all of 2 heartbeats for her to see the dark-haired youth that was their ringleader.
Do you think that was
And that the
supposed to be
fine
Dorian?
clothes and masks they wore marked them as nobility. Was that them?
That makes sense. That totally
That makes
could have been
complete
them.
sense.
So Dorian came to try to allegedly, potentially, one
Cat
of the
Daddy, one was all tense and had a sword, and one was in a bad mood because he was there. You're right.
I do think that that's totally plausible, yeah. So at the party where they got into a fight, a noble guy tries to come up and flirt with Selena. That might have been Dorian, guys.
Whoa. My mind got blown.
So Sam has found her because he's been searching all over, and he hears her going, help, help.
I'm in the
sewer. Oh, somebody help me! I'm in the sewer. And so he's like, Selena, you in the sewer? And he sees her, but he can't get to her. And they try to push and push. It's like a really heavy sewer grate. And so the water's rising, rising, rising. She's about to be drowned down there, right?
Ain't no good.
They can't do it. So they like grip fingers through the sewer grate. And she's like, Sam, take my body home to Terracin. And he's like, no. And then she blacks out.
You're not gonna die, Selena.
But they can't figure out how to get the thing off. So she blacks out, thinks she's dead. And then she wakes up and she's like coughing up a bunch of water. And she looks and she sees that a woman with a crowbar has shown up because Sam started screaming. And so they saved her in time. They pulled her out of the sewer and he gives her the chest presses. She pukes up a bunch of water.
Yeah, chest presses.
And then she as she
Wow.
is recuperating.
Puff Daddy did get arrested, finally.
I mean, I already assumed that was going to happen. He was fucked a while ago.
I'm glad.
He was definitely going to go to jail.
You keep talking. I need to plug in my computer because I don't know why it's about to die.
Oh, God.
Actually, it lasts longer than this.
So she is recuperating and she decides to divulge now that they have this bond where he saved her life or whatever.
Yeah.
She tells him all
I guess
about,
it's a little bit of a bond, Natalie.
She tells him about Ansel and how sad she was that Ansel was her first girlfriend and then immediately betrayed her and killed a bunch of her friends. And
now I'm a little fucking upset about it. Okay, Sam?
a little bit. And she tells Sam she also now has plans to kill Philip. The next day, Philip is
Philip is one of his bodyguards. He's one of the bad guys
Donna,
that
the ones
put her
who left her in
down.
the sewer.
That put her in the sewer.
Right. So the next day, Selena decides now's the day I'm going to show Arobin I have money from the Red Desert because they're better than you and they
I've
gave
got
me
an
money.
apartment, you bitch.
And she goes, here's some trunks of gold. My debt's paid. She doesn't say she's going to move yet, I don't think. I think
No,
she
not
says, so I'm free. And he's like, oh, well, I'm certain that's not going to come back in any way. It's fine. I'm happy
I'm
for
not
you.
just a piece of shit.
I'm happy for you, Selena. Good for you. I'm congratulating you right now.
Whoa.
And
You don't trust.
No. That afternoon, Selena and Sam find themselves back in the sewer because they want to try to kill this guy still. They still want to get this hit done, so they got to go back down there and do it. But now Sam's like, I'm coming with you. You're not doing this again. So Sam tells her he's leaving.
He's got to make sure she's safe.
Okay, now he is giving her an ultimatum.
Uh-oh.
Says Selena, I have to tell you something. I'm leaving. And she's like, what? He's like, yeah. Rifthold is not for me. I'm going to try to help expand the assassins in Banshali, which is in the south. And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't have anything keeping me here, Selena. I don't know why I would stay here. And she's like, what? You have to stay here. And he's like,
very interesting.
why? What do I have to stay here for? And she's like, you just have to. And he's like, no. He's like, but I can't stay. I can't stay watching.
Say what you mean, Sam. Say what you mean.
Says, you'd always choose Arobin between us. And she's like, no, you idiot. He's like, don't call me an idiot. And she's like, I'd always choose you.
Ah!
And then she kisses him.
Because they
Sam
love each
says,
other.
I have to leave because I love you. And she's
I
like,
love you. I love you. I love you.
and then they kiss, guys.
Because she saved her fucking lips for him.
She didn't need to, but
It's a lot less than I fucking ever saved for my unrequited love.
you got to save one pair of lips somewhere.
Oh, didn't save either. He didn't want either.
Oh, they it's fine. He's dead.
They kiss a lot.
So they kiss for a long time. And the kiss is better than the original book where she goes, and then they went, mwah, mwah.
Kiss and at least they
This is
cut
very-
away from their sewer makeout.
But it's more romantic. I feel like she did a much better job with the
She
kissing
did.
scene.
Yes.
And yeah, Reftold's sexiest makeout spot is this.
Woo!
And just like that, it's time to sleuth and kill. Selena makes it in and is able to unlock the doors. And they have this big old thing. They go and they stab and they kill and they get everybody.
They stab and they kill.
She finds the document, realizes that, wait a second, Arobin's not telling me the whole truth. Something else.
Am I a
going on.
bastard forever and not in a Cassian kind of way?
No, in a Badman way.
Badman way.
And so basically, Arobyn's tricked her. She realizes as she's already killed people.
She's not helping the people that are anti-slavery. She's helping the people that are pro-slavery.
Which is just such an ass. Like, Arobyn did that to be specifically
such a little
cruel.
shitbird.
Yeah, he sucks. And so she's like, oh, he's a dick. That's cool. And so...
But also don't trust him.
But don't trust... No, yeah.
Don't trust Arobyn.
Well, I mean, I think at this point now she's like, oh,
Now
I
she's
shouldn't.
finally understanding, but
Yeah.
this whole time she's just
Whole
been
time.
like, no, I trust him. No, I know he wants what's best for me.
I mean, that's-
No, he fucking doesn't, bitch.
16-year-old wants to have a father
I
figure.
know. She desperately wants someone she can trust, and you can't trust him, bitch.
No, now she knows for certain, and now there's a big explosion from the sewer as they're all going through this big plan, and she's like, Sam! And then Selena immediately kills Donovan.
Slice.
Doneval,
yeah.
and they brawl with Philip, and then Philip, she kills Philip, and then he's like, you don't know what you're doing. And she's like, what do you mean? And then she finds out all this stuff that, like, Arobyn's been lying about. And something's all bad. She's been espionage. Double cross. She's been double crossed. Selena finds Sam.
Exactly, I heard puppies, but he's my daddy / lover / boss.
Again, he's got the daughter issues. She does not have the daddy issues, everyone. Can we remember? So Selena finds Sam, and he has been shot by an arrow, but guess what? He had spider silk right over his heart.
She didn't put the spider silk in her suit. She put it in his suit to make sure he was protected.
But he doesn't know that. He just thinks
No.
the suit's really well made. He doesn't even know he has spider silk in his...
I mean, he did pay a lot for the suit, so I imagine.
But, like, she never tells him that she's been secretly protecting his heart that whole time.
But hasn't he been protecting her as well?
Yeah. So Arobyn...
Not that Arobyn would be fucking crying about this shit.
Yeah, and Sam is also revealed in this that, like, Arobyn knows that Sam is deeply in love with Selena, and he's been doing these things to fuck with him because...
Master manipulator.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, again, this grown man being like, I'm going to meddle in these 16-year-olds' love lives. And so...
Don't you have something else to do? You're like the head of the Assassin Guild. Like, don't you have other fucking things to get done?
No, he just wants to fuck. He wants to do gossip girl stuff. So after all of this stuff, basically, in the whole aftermath of this big brawl, Selena burned the whole house down and, like, didn't bring all the documents she was supposed to do. So Arobyn's like, you can't get paid for this.
You don't have enough proof that you killed him.
Yeah, and so, yeah, all of the espionage stuff, all of the backstabbing, double cross. So then she goes, well, I sold my Assyrian horse to the lady who was asking us to do the killing, and that is very much money, and now I have a bunch of money, and so me and Sam are gonna leave. But he goes, well, thank you for giving me all the money before, because I used it all on Lysandra and I bid on her
Because he bought another daughter figure. He bought her virginity at the bidding party.
Yeah. And that relationship will continue on in future books. But so she basically buys the freedom of her and Sam. And Arobyn's like, okay, fine. Don't worry. I will never come looking for you again. Good luck with all of that. And she's like, we're free. I guess he doesn't care. And so they have this beautiful scene, like her and Sam. He says, I love you. And from today onward, I want to never be separated from you. Wherever you go, I go. Even if it means going to hell itself, wherever you are, that's where I want to be forever. And they love each other. Okay, now we got to end this up. I
don't even want to go through it. I don't want to go through the last
I'm
one.
barely going to because I
hate it.
So at the end of the last story, they were like kind of doing their happily ever after. They're in her apartment. They're going to like move.
Have their
south,
life
and they're
together.
gonna, like, do other things with their lives. But then, cold cut to the assassin of the empire. And it is after this whole last
Thank you, Kat.
novella happens. It's saying that what happens like at the end of this, at the beginning, oh God, she's in the slave carriage on the way to the Endovier salt mines. It's happening, guys. So we're going to get the story of how that all went down. 11 days earlier, she goes to the symphony and she sees Arabin with Lysandra on his private
Because she's
box.
owned by him now.
Yeah, so Lysandra's now his possession. She thinks she's free of all of it. And she goes to the apartment she shares with Sam. And Sam's gone. And she's like, where's Sam? And she's like, God damn it, he's trying to make money at the vault.
Oh, he's fighting at the vault.
He's like trying to earn cash. And
What up, Scuffs the Cat? Welcome. We're in our last section of Assassin's Blade, and it gets sad, so hold on to your
And we're
butt.
going through it fast because I hate this.
I know, it makes me very upset.
So Sam is trying to earn money for them by fighting and hurting himself. She asks him to never fight there again, but Sam says they need the money to move. And they decide on one more contract each before leaving Rifthold. Selena knows that they need to make amends with Arabin if they really want to break free from the Assassin's Guild. She's like, I've got to like smooth things over with him, which no, you don't, bitch. They go to Arabin and tell him that they would like to leave. He's like, yeah.
Yes,
sure.
Lucky McGears. Too long, didn't read. Fuck Arabin. Yeah, it's really what you need to know about
Yeah, he's
this
the
book.
worst.
Fuck Arabin.
I hate him like more than anybody else in these books.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I'll free you, but you have to have like a bunch of money to do that. Selena accepts. Sam's very upset. They fight. They go their separate ways. When they see each other later that night, Sam says he found a client that wants to pay lots of money to kill someone with without the Assassin's Guild knowing. Who do they want dead? Jane. Iowan,
yeah. Iowan Jane.
Iowan Jane, the biggest crime lord in Rifthold, and his second in command, Rourke Farron. Boo!
Boo!
It's scary, but they're gonna do it. Well, not it, because
I know, goddaddy, no, do the job!
They don't.
No, do the job!
If only.
No!
And they also aren't gonna do it because she wants to wait. And Sam says, hey, babe, that's cool. We got all the time in the world.
Because he's a good person and was like, I would never rush you. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready for you.
They decide to kill Farron first to weaken the chain of command, then go after Jane. Farron is known for sadistic torture. Sam decides that he's
Right,
going-
Raven Queen, never say, this is the last job. You never say, how do you get out of the Assassin's Guild?
Sam decides that he's going to kill Farron and Selena can take out Jane. Selena, of course, opposes and wants to do it together, but Sam is obstinate. They go to Arabin and tell him that they would like to leave. He says, oh, wait, what?
No, it's because Arabin just shows up at their place.
I think I just did this twice. Wait. Oh, sorry, guys. Anyway, so Selena goes home afterwards to find Arabin in her apartment. He tries to dissuade Selena from taking the contract to kill Farron and Jane. Arabin is giving, again, gross, weird daughter, father,
It's like,
lover.
I want to kiss you. I want to take care of you. I want to fuck
Kill you.
I want to kill you. I want to kiss you. I want to take care of you. I want to fuck you. I want to kill you. It is yucko sucko.
But we've been, like, given that story, like...
Multiple times at this point.
Well, I mean, also in just culture, and we're supposed to
Oh,
think that it's
yeah.
like sexy, but like she's not painting it as sexy.
No, I like that it's not painted as wanted or sexy.
Yeah. So he tries to get her to stay in Rifthold, and she tries to get, tries to get her to be untrusting of Sam. Sam and Selena are talking later at the bar about their biggest secrets. Sam says that he loved her for years. Selena says that deep down she's a coward.
But this was also, like, I know that I was trying to get through this because I was trying not to make this too long, but it was also, like, essentially Arabin had told Sam about the whole, like, she's Aelin Galathinius, and Sam was like, I'm not going to listen to anything Arabin has to say.
Right.
Whatever, like, whenever you want to tell me, whatever you've got to tell me, I'm ready for it.
Right, because fuck Arabin. And as they're having this like intimate conversation, he tells her, because she says she's a coward, and like they're like, no, you're not.
Oh no, Jack Girl says there's a Harvest Moon out tonight. Just like was it a Harvest Moon festival? What was the festival? No, it was a Midsummer Eve festival. I got scared for
there
a
was a
second.
Harvest Moon festival.
Wasn't there a Harvest Moon festival?
I think so. There's many. Midsummer's Eve was at the desert. Moon Festival was in Rifthold.
Jesus
Anyway.
runs. I like it. Second Carrot Top. I don't know. I'm assuming you're talking about me as Carrot Top. And I wish I had the fucking guns of Carrot Top.
You just got to take some roids.
Man, somebody get me some roids. I've been screaming about it.
If you really want to lean into the Arrowbend character.
Ooh, all right. Jesus, Jackie looks like Shaun White, Dexter, and Carrot Top had a baby. No one's ever said those three things to me before, so
Dexter?
I guess I'll take it. Is it
Dexter
the
redhead?
eyes? Or is it just in the eyes?
Wait, Dexter has red hair?
I don't think so. Is that where the Dexter is? Is that where the killer lies?
You definitely have Shaun White hair.
Unless you're talking about Dexter's Laboratory, then I also see that.
No, but wait, he's not red haired. Yes,
No,
he
he's
is.
not.
Wait, is Dee Dee's? One of them's got red hair. He does have red hair.
Dexter's Laboratory?
Yeah,
Dexter has red hair. Are you talking about Dexter's Laboratory?
yeah.
I'll take it.
So Sam tells her whenever he's scared, he tells himself, "My name is Sam Cortland, and I will not be afraid." And they kind of go like, he's like, "I do it because it does help, but I also think it kind of makes me laugh." And
My name is Sam Cortland, and I will not be afraid.
she said she likes it. Stakeout. They go to the vaults owned by Jane to look for Farron. They find him about to torture a man who tried to cheat his way into the vaults to repay all the money he owes Jane. While they're preparing to kill Farron, the next night, Sam reminds her that he'll be doing it alone because she has to pack. Sam has secured them passage on a ship to leave Riverdale.
Lucky McEar says that's what made me cry right there. I understand. And we know where she gets it from.
The ship departs in 5 days. Why? Because Arabin Hamill told him that he had visited Selena the other night and told him the truth about the past in hopes that Sam would stop trusting Selena. It didn't make him not trust her. It made him want to protect her even more. That night, Selena starts dreaming about her new home, and while she waited for Sam to return from Farron assassination, but it's 11. He's not at home when he should be.
I hate it. 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 Where is he?
He returns home.
I hate it. Where is he?
She returns home to find Arabin in her apartment. He says that Sam is dead. It's left at the keep as a message. He was absolutely brutalized by Farron. He is dead. And so she goes, and she refuses to leave his body. This is a trigger warning if you don't want to see this picture. It's another Matt Schofield painting. It's really great, but it's horrifying. Oh God. Oh,
I honestly, sadly enough, feel like that's way more put together than his body actually was. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it
like I know
works for
they
this
ripped out his
because you wanna be
eyes
able
while
to-
he was still aware. Like, you know that like they did just such horrific things to him that I feel like Rourke Fannin would have fucked him up more than that.
Then you want to in the painting adaptation, you want to be able to see that it's him. You know.
Yes. Oh no, I get why in the painting why it is. I just
If you look at his fingers, they're all broken. Oh, he's so dead.
we're about to leave.
He does kind of look like the
together.
Crow. Maybe he'll come back like the Crow.
No, because she smells distant pine and snow throughout the book, so we
Yeah,
know
I
she
know.
smells pine and snow. She smells pine and snow.
That's not for Selena, it's for Aelin. So she lays with his body and won't leave. Arabin gets a group of assassins to retaliate against Farron and Jane for Sam's murder. Selena sneaks out of the assassin's key because she wants revenge.
Yes, Raven Queen, my friends are with me, and I am not afraid. My name is Elena Sarnathi, and I will not be afraid.
Selena easily breaks into Jane's house and kills the hell out of him, but Farron has been waiting for Selena and her retaliation. It was easier for her to sneak in because that was all according to the plan. She's trapped by Farron. She has been dosed with Gloriella and won't be able to move her body for 6 hours, but could still feel everything. She finds out from Farron that he has made a bargain. He kills Sam Cortland. Selena comes for revenge, kills Jane, and Farron takes his place as crime lord. He's going to use Selena to blame Jane's death on... So he is sending her to the royal dungeon. But who did he make the bargain?
Who did he make the bargain with?
I think we all know. He wakes up in the royal dungeon. She wakes up in
I
the royal
know
dungeon.
he is me, but I am struggling.
Yeah, it's hard. She wakes up in the royal dungeon and she assumes that Arabin is going to at least try to help her because
She still believes in him. She needed
Well, she
a fucking any kind of parental figure so desperately.
But she also doesn't know what he's done.
No, I know she doesn't know what he's done yet. But like throughout all of this, just think of what a fucking turncoat piece of shit he is. That no matter up until me is that up until this very point, she's still thinking that he might come and fucking save her.
And so she's there waiting for her.
Thank you, throwing
trial.
ass for Bernie says I'm much hotter, and I don't know if I agree, but I'll.
You are, Jackie. At the trial, Selena refuses to speak. She's charged with the 9 deaths she has caused. When asked about any last requests, she finally responds. She asks for her death to be quick. And they say, nope.
No.
Actually,
They say nay.
you're going to have the opposite of that. She is sentenced to 9 lives worth of labor in the salt mines of Endovier. Then we cut to Farron and Arabin Hamill having a kiki. They don't get to have a kiki. They have no kiki.
We're having a kiki.
As they watch Selena's prison wagon leaving. Turns out the greatest shitbird of them all is Arabin, who set up the whole shebang so that Farron, the new crime lord, would owe him.
This is why I drink.
That's why we drink. But then when he is asked why he did it, he responds that he doesn't like
To
share.
share my belongings.
Boo! Boo!
Like to share my belongings.
And then
My name is Selena Sardathian, and I will not be afraid.
on her way to the mines, she is, beside herself, of course, but then she sees a white stag out in the distance, and she decides she's going to fight for her life, and she takes Sam's expression with her for a very long time, because we hear it over and over and over again in these books. And she says, my name is Selena Sardathian, and I will not be afraid, which is good, bitch, because you're going to end over here. That's the end of this book, which, yeah, great. We know it's going to end like this, but great end of book. And then that's not even the only book in this series that ends with, like, immense tragedy.
I can't imagine waiting. Can you imagine waiting from book to book for the, like, I'm so, thank the Lord that we've got all of the books available to us, because I don't know if I can wait. I'm so upset. I'm upset, and I'm excited about the next book because I felt like I wasn't prepared for the following book because I hadn't read this book. I know y'all told us to do it and we didn't listen.
Why didn't you tell us more?
I kind of want to reweed it.
Well, we're going to have to, because we have to do all these other streams for the books.
Oh, we're going to reweed it. But at the same time, we're going to reweed it. But then I just ended Tower of Dawn, which means I'm going into
Kingdom of Ash.
No way.
Yeah. Isn't the next one Kingdom of Ash?
Is that really? Am I on the last
Yeah.
one? I'm not prepared.
Well, I think it's like 1,020 pages. Or
I'm not
whatever, so.
prepared. All I know is that everyone has said Kingdom of Ash is by far the best one and is going to destroy us, and I don't know if I can handle it. But I guess we're going to win it! And I'm excited to get into Heir of Fire next.
What's the fourth?
Natalie? I don't know. I'm looking at Throne of Glass, the fucking series order, which is bullshit.
Which one's after this one, guys? Not Heir of Fire. Isn't that the second book?
Heir of Fire is the second book. I don't know why I can't. So we did Heir of Fire.
Yeah.
We did Heir of Fire already.
What's the third one?
So then it was Assassin's Blade. Okay, so this is the fourth book. And then it's Queen of Shadows.
Wait, what's the fourth book?
That, according to this is Assassin's Blade.
No,
is the
Assassin's
fourth
Blade's the
book.
third book we just did. What's the next book that we're doing? Somebody help. Help.
Queen of Shadows. Is it Queen of Shadows? Heir of Fire. I don't remember.
Guys, what's after this one? Somebody knows in the chat.
There's not a set order to read these books, Blood and Bother. It's why it's so difficult.
No, it is. Like, now, canonically, we need the next book that we've already done the first two. What's the one that comes after that,
I think
canonically?
it's Air of Fire. Best way everything says something different online. Air of Fire.
Thank you. Thank you.
My problem is I've been listening on audiobooks, so I'm barely aware of the name of any of the books. I've just been ripping through listening to the audiobooks, not paying
Well, it's
attention to the
crazy
name
that
of the books.
they give them to you as one book.
Ridiculous. I don't know
seems
what's
stupid.
happening. I'm just kind of like living life in the throne of glass. I don't know where I am. All I know is I'm in the thick of it and I'm upset. And I feel like that is kind of what you get from Throne of Glass, is that you're in the thick of it and you're upset.
Yeah. But there's also
The third book is the fourth book because it's the prequel.
right. No, that was what the prequel's the third book, but the fourth book is the one we're going to. Yes.
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 Air of Fire, Throwing Gas for Bernie. Air of Fire, Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms. Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Assassin's Blade, Air of Fire. Okay, Air of Fire.
I'm not
Queen of Shadows.
going to remember that.
No. But all I know is that I can't believe that there's one book left, and I thought I had two books left, and that I'm really. I actually like. It made me feel like the bottom of my stomach just dropped out. I'm not
Pick it
ready
up.
for the last one.
Jackie,
I'm not
get
ready.
it off
Pick
the
it up. Pick it up. Pick
floor.
it up. What are we, a ska band? I know that it has taken me long enough to read that I should be ready and aware of the last book, but I'm very genuinely scared.
Your belly and your vagina fell out onto the floor today.
It's been really difficult for me.
And from
Oh, I have Empire Storms. Okay, I do have Empire Storms.
No, you already read Empire of Storms.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have read it out. We can't talk about this right now.
You
We're
did
going
read-
to talk about this off stream. We must end the stream. And it's been a much longer stream than we expected it to be.
Yeah, it's
and we
almost
got
an
to
hour.
get out of here.
We got to get the subs. Bun in the Coven, Tinderella 91, The Raven Queen, Hilaire Satan, Dumpster Stoner, Just Gen 17, and TMB 476 with 5 gifted subs. Thank you
Oh my
guys.
God, thank you guys so fucking much for your
much.
subs. Thank you for your subs. And thank you guys for joining us in, it's something that I was not looking forward to this go through until I read the book. And now I loved this.
I can't wait to talk about witches.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Am I an
Oh my
iron
God,
Teeth? Can I
oh
be an
my
iron teeth?
God.
Maybe I'm a Kraken or Crochan?